Go, Osa. Okay. Holy knows how big. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Tipton High School, home of the Tipton Blue Devils. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School varsity football game. Tonight it's the Western Panthers. They travel, do battle with the Tipton Blue Devils. This internet radio broadcast is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. Robbie Kendall providing internet radio access for PutMeInSports.com since 2008. We're going to talk to Coach Toll here in a minute. He's adjusting the troops. Say what, Coach Toll, what a beautiful night. No rain in the forecast.
No, it's a perfect night for high school football. It's nice to be back at home. This is our first opening night at our place. I know that seems strange for week 4, but we've been to Indiana Wesleyan and we've been on the road the last 2 weeks. So hopefully our kids are excited about playing in front of their home crowd, and hopefully we can go out and get a win.
Coach, you got to remind the audience once in a while, this is your 221st game. You won 138 games, Coach. That's got to feel good.
It does. It sounds like a lot. But I guess all I know is that 139 would feel really good tonight.
So what, Coach, you're going to do battle with the Western Panthers. They came over from the Mid-Indiana Conference. You've done battle with them 10 times. This is 11. You guys won the first 4 in a row.
Yeah, Western's a lot bigger school than we are. They've kind of grown and we've kind of shrank a little bit. This has been a great rivalry back to the time to when I was in high school. They were a sectional opponent a lot of times, and got a lot of great battles. Unfortunately, we've been on the losing side 5 games in a row. Hopefully our kids are up to the challenge tonight to hopefully try to break that streak.
So last week, Coach, I got to admit, Twin Lakes, a Class 3A school. You guys played them well, 14-7. That was a good game.
It was a good game. However, we kind of felt like I think they're a pretty darn good ball club, and I felt like we're inside the 5 once, didn't score, got 0 points. We turned the ball over 2 or 3 times. We penalized ourselves twice on a drive where we had momentum. So yeah, we lost 14-7, but kind of felt like, I don't want to say gave one away, but there was certainly one there for the taking.
Coach, you got to admit, Larry and I both agree. Teammates, you have so much, you have camaraderie with your teammates. Your locker room is incredible. Talk about your team.
That's kind of what our program's always been built on, is a bunch of hardworking, tough kids that kind of unite, and that they've got a great work ethic from whether it's farming or having jobs, and this has always been their getaway. And so when they get to come out here and be with their buddies and get to be competitive, we've built. My dad started it, built a great tradition, and it's just my job to try to keep that carrying on.
Coach, you're going to face a lot of juniors and seniors in this ball game. You're going to face one freshman and one sophomore. And that's going to be that's going to be how it is.
Well, when you get a big 3A school that has 800-900 students in it, they're not forced to play younger kids. And our guys we've got some younger kids on the field tonight. They're going to have to grow up. And I think we did the same thing last week. We faced a lot of upperclassmen and kids that had varsity experience. So hopefully our guys are up for the challenge.
Coach, you've got 6 skill players I'm going to mention. Number 3, Dallas Capshaw. Number 11, Landon Spidell. Number 14, Dakota Garman. Number 20, Isaiah Mahaney. Number 87, Calvin Condit. And number 2, Quinn Toll. Can you talk about these gentlemen?
Well, as a group, we feel like we're pretty blessed. We're pretty deep at the skill positions. We can move guys in, move guys out. And they're just very diverse, have a lot of different skill sets. And, this is, that makes it nice. Lots of guys that we're trying to get the ball to that makes it, we feel like that's always been our calling card. The more guys we have, the tougher we are to defend.
Kurt told me to mention something. I talked to you briefly about it. Didn't mention what it was. But I umpired Sunday at Westfield. Between doubleheader games, I went and sat down on the bleachers. Conversation came up with a couple of older generation. 86 years in age, Mary Everidge told me that she knew you. She asked me all about you. She said she taught you 4th grade.
Yes, she did. That was actually my first year here. I was in 4th grade when Dad got the job here in 1981, and she was my very first teacher at Tipton. I have a lot of fond memories of Lincoln Elementary School. Yes, absolutely.
She asked me if you were the football coach. I said yes. She said in 4th grade you were just a little bit shy. Was that true?
It's very true. My wife would tell you the same thing. Very quiet, very shy. It took me quite a while to kind of come out of my shell, but very shy when I was younger.
I thought that was pretty cool. I had to bring this up.
Absolutely. She's I haven't seen Mrs. Everidge in years. So that's awesome.
She's great. She's absolutely great. Her husband, Eldon, and her daughter, Liz, sent me the information.
Absolutely. Went to school with Liz. So we were in high school at the same time. So it's awesome to hear they're doing well.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you.
So we're going to walk this direction. That was Coach Toll. That's pretty neat to talk about your 4th grade teacher. Thought we'd drop that in. What a quality couple they are.
Wow, it's incredible. And it's amazing that some of the, teachers would remember their students and students remember their teachers. We're honoring some of the teachers tonight at Tipton and the legacy that they are leaving with these young people. And so, that was great to hear. So
absolutely. So we're going to walk this direction and we'll try to talk with a gentleman on the football team for the Blue Devils. We'll see if he's got a couple of moments. We'll talk with him. We're going to talk right now with Mr. Riley Coleman. Riley Coleman, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. We've watched you play many years here at the high school level. I feel bad for you last week. You took a pretty good hit. Can you tell the audience about that particular hit?
Well, I was blocking Liz, and guy gets pushed down and comes to the inside of my knee, hits it. I felt a bunch of pops, went down, was down for like 5-6 minutes, and when I finally looked up, all the coaches were over me, and I knew it wasn't going to be good.
I tell you what, you were there for a little bit. We were watching you. Yeah, I tell you what, when guys kneel down, that is a form of prayer. I tell you what, everybody was kneeling for you. You got some information this week. You thought you were going to be able to come back. Today you got different information.
Yeah. When I was coming out of the locker room for the game, I got some news. I MCL tear and won't be back for the season.
I tell you what, it happens to pro players. I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers, just three plays into it, he's out for the whole year.
Yeah.
I tell you what, a lot of guys loving you, and we're one of them.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
That is Riley Coleman. Riley Coleman getting introduced right now. And we're going to walk this way. We'll walk back up in the press box. And,
Mr. White is more than just a teacher.
yeah, Riley Coleman, what a gentleman. Talking about him right now, public address. We'll walk this direction. And tell you what, I'm feeling pretty good about this ball game, Larry.
Well, I don't know. I looked at the size of their offensive line, and there's some big boys, you know, averaging about 250. And as we all know, Tipton's fast but a little undersized, so we'll see how they hold up.
We'll see if 250 can move. So we'll walk this direction. And it was a year ago, Larry, and we went over to Western. 28-14, Western got the win. But I tell you what, it's about like rain happens every time these two teams play, except for tonight.
Yeah, there's not much of a cloud in the sky tonight, except for some jet trails up there. So looking to be a good night for football. A little bit of breeze and temperatures coming down. So good night for football.
Absolutely. So we'll walk up in the press box, have a little bit of a pregame. And we do thank the Everidge family. I know they're listening. They were listening, and that's pretty great to talk about them. And talk about Coach Toll as a fourth grader. So we'll walk this direction, and we'll walk up the stairway.
Mr. Case is the reason why he wants to pursue a future career as an auto mechanic. Thank you, Mr. Case.
To the audience, and we'll walk this direction.
Dallas Capshaw is our next senior.
Dallas Capshaw, senior athlete. Good athlete. We'll walk it's like you said, nothing like Westfield's old field. Man, that ladder was incredible. So we're up in the press box. Talk about some football as they introduce seniors. Game clock 16:20, counting down. And I'm up here with us. Here in the booth is Mr. Coley. Coley, working the film. Thank you for all your help, sir.
You're welcome.
17 years old. Are you a senior?
Yes.
What's your favorite class at Western?
I would probably have to say my 3D art class.
Wonderful. Keep up the great work.
All right, thank you.
That is Coley. He's wearing the film. We'll talk a little bit about each school. First, we'll talk about the visiting team on tonight's scoreboard. That's the Western Panthers. Western Panthers enrollment has gone down about 49 since a year ago. Right now they're at 791. They are Class 3A, Sectional 27. There are 8 in their sectional. Their sectional consists of Northwestern. They're currently 3-0. Mechaniquah, they're 2-0. Twin Lakes, 2-1. West Lafayette, 2-1. Peru, 1-2. Benton Central, 0-3. Frankton, 0-3. Western, 0-3. We'll mention the principal at Western High School is Mr. Steve Edwards. Thankful for him. Great help for putting me in sports.com. And the athletic director, always helpful, Mr. Aaron Hyman. Have spoken with him before. I think over there, maybe about 3-4 years ago. We'll also mention the athletic secretary. She is definitely most instrumental for putting me in sports. That's Debbie Wilson. We'll remind you, Western High School is located at 2600 South 600 West, Rushville, Indiana, 46979. You can reach them by telephone at 765-883-5541. On the web, it's WHSPanthers.com. They wear the colors black, gray, and white. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. They are in the big school division. Of those 5 teams, at the top presently is Logansport, 2-1. Twin Lakes, 2-1. West Lafayette, 2-1. Hamilton Heights, 0-3. And Western, 0-3. And I will mention the head coach of the Western Panthers is Mr. Blake Conklin. Blake Conklin will mention he's working in his first year as football coach. I understand from Coley that he is the golf coach. and he also helps with boys basketball. He has a lot going on. We'll also mention the next game for Western is going to be next Friday, the 20th, 7 o'clock start. Western Panthers will be at the Hamilton Heights Huskies, and that will be a big school conference matchup. Here's Larry with the Tipton Blue Devils.
Thank you, AJ. Tipton Blue Devils, enrollment of 454. They are in section, or actually 2A school, sectional 36. There are 8 teams in that sectional. Alexandria, currently 2-0, 3-0 overall. Rochester, 2-1. Tipton, 2-1. Blackford, 1-2. Eastbrook, 1-2. Eastern 0-3. I think we're going to have the national anthem here, so we'll hold off and hear what we think is coming our way.
Please rise and remove your hats. Stand if you are able as the pride of the Blue Devil Band performs our national anthem.
Big sound by a small band out there. I noticed one of my middle school football players, Josiah Goshern, is out helping with the band tonight. Want to recognize him. I think we've got the Tipton Fight song coming right now. All right, picking up where I left off in section 36, Elwood is currently 1-2, Wabash at 0-3. Principal of Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. AD is Corey Fernung. Athletic trainer, Mr. Burke Emmert. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. Phone number is 765-675-7431. You can learn all about them at tiptonathletics.com. Tipton Blue Devils wear the blue and white. They are in their Hoosier Conference small school division. There are 4 teams. Currently, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights are 2-0. Had one game canceled during the Lightning weekend. Tipton is currently 2-1. Rensselaer Central Bombers 1-2, and the Benton Central Bisons at 0-3. We're at Tipton Ford Field tonight, synthetic turf field. Again, Hoosier cross conference tonight. Tipton is averaging 27.7 points a game, giving up 11.3 points a game. Head coach, as we talked to before the game, Mr. Aaron Toll. Current record in his 20th year is 138-82. He is a Tipton High School graduate from 1990 and a Indiana University graduate of 1995. Next Friday, September 20th at 7:30, Tipton will be right here again at home versus the Rensselaer Central Bombers in the Hoosier small school division.
Hey, thanks, Larry. We'll talk about the games happening tonight and games that happened last week. Week number 3, September 6th, Hoosier Conference. Big school, small school, we'll mention. Tipton Blue Devils last week traveled to Twin Lakes, did battle with the Indians. Indians got the win, 14-7. I was at Monticello, Indiana. 7:30 last week, small school, it was Benton Central. They traveled to South Newton High School. South Newton got the win, 40-27. 7 o'clock last week, it was big school, Hamilton Heights. They traveled to McCutcheon High School. McCutcheon got the win, 31-2. 7 o'clock game last week, small school, Central Catholic. The Knights traveled to Logansport. Logansport, a big school conference in the conference, Hoosier Conference, their first year. Central Catholic got the win, 23-21. And at 7:30 last week, Linton traveled to big school, Western. Linton got the win, 26-7. 7:30 last week, it was Lowell. They traveled to West Lafayette, another big school conference member. West Lafayette got the win, 34-14. And then 8 o'clock last week, small school, Rensselaer Central, traveled to Woodstock. That's in Illinois. They are the Wolverines. Woodstock got the win over Rensselaer Central, 29-7. Here's Larry with tonight's ball games.
Thank you, AJ. Again, week 4, there are 5 games in the Hoosier Conference tonight. Friday, September 13th, 7 o'clock. The Hamilton Heights Huskies at 0-3 will be at Danville, out of conference game. Danville is currently 2-1. Also at 7 o'clock, 2-1 Logansport is visiting Benton Central, who are currently 0-3. Also 7 o'clock, 2-1 Twin Lakes will be at Lafayette Central Catholic, currently 2-0. 8 p.m. tonight, 2-1 West Lafayette will visit, 1-2 Rensselaer Central. And also at 7 o'clock, the 0-3 Western Panthers, right here at 2-1 Tipton Blue Devils.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Hey, they're introducing probably the offense or the defense. I was going to say, Larry, you got a whole group of middle school boys out there beyond the north end zone.
Yeah, some of the parents have really done a great job in trying to kind of coordinate and initiate, if you will, the youth football and middle school program together, because one day they're going to be out here as teammates. And so we had a little pizza night. They're all in their game jerseys. I told the boys we have a game tomorrow night. Don't get pizza sauce on your jerseys because we don't have time to wash them. But again, great thing. We've got some portable bleachers down there that some of the parents have paid for. So yeah, just a great idea. We're glad to have everybody together tonight.
I said, well, Larry, tomorrow night you're going to have a very heartwarming football game. It starts at 7. People can enter the stadium at 5 o'clock. Can you talk about that heartwarming situation?
Yeah, sure. This is going to be a big night for us. As you might have heard earlier, Kyle Degler, the late Kyle Degler, a longtime football coach and Tipton middle school coach, passed away earlier this summer. And Blue Devils about to come out of their new Devil Tunnel here at the south end zone. But anyhow, Kyle Degler was a graduate of Tri-Central High School, and so we're having the first annual Degler Bucket Bowl, where our trophy is going to be a simulation of the Purdue, IU, Old Oak, and Bucket. And so this will hopefully be an event that goes on every year between TC, going back and forth, and Tipton Middle School. But as AJ said, gates open tomorrow. There'll be food trucks, there'll be games, bounce houses for the kids, all kinds of raffles and drawings, and just fun for the whole family before the game. So we just ask anyone who's in the area to come out, support the Tipton and Tri-Central middle school football teams. And all the proceeds will go to the Degler Children's College Fund, as well as a new scholarship that has been formed in Kyle's name that will every year will go to a senior from both Tri-Central and Tipton for their college costs. So just a great idea. We hope it's something that kind of honors his legacy as we go forward.
Okay, thank you, Larry. So while we got a moment here, we'll mention a little bit about the Tipton County Tribune. The Tipton County Tribune, we'll talk about Michelle Garman. Michelle Garman, for comprehensive coverage of Tipton County sports, check out the Tipton County Tribune. The printed edition is published every Wednesday, but one does not have to wait until Wednesday for sports stories, as well as other stories, including breaking content, is available online at TiptonCountyTribune.com. The Tipton County Tribune is owned by Cherry Road Media. A subscription to the printed edition also includes an online subscription. Online subscriptions also are available. One can also follow Michelle Garman on X. That's Twitter. That's Michelle Garman. You'll find her, the @ symbol, Michelle, that's 2 L's, _Garman, for updates and scores for Tipton County sports teams. Fans are encouraged to like the Tipton County Tribune page on Facebook, and Michelle can also be found on Instagram under her name, Michelle Garman. So they've introduced the offense, and the band provided a little bit of a tunnel there for them. The Blue Devils are going out. Captain's going to have the coin toss. It's going to be 4 from each team, and they'll go out and talk this over. It's going to be Levi Shoemaker. He's going to play the quarterback position, Levi Shoemaker. He's a junior, 6'4", 225. He can throw the football. I watched him in pregame. They're shaking hands right now. Jack Roach is out there. Jack Roach, what a big guy he is, Larry. He's just a junior, 6'4", 270.
Yeah, and he's still growing. His dad, Adrian, is even bigger than him still. So Jack's got another year or so to grow.
So they're going to have a coin toss here momentarily. Look out there. I see Noah Humrickhouse. Noah Humrickhouse last year, he was taking still photos, but this year they're having him take video with that camera.
Yeah, he does a nice job. He put together a kind of a hype film for us last year at our last middle school game. He does a great job.
So they're looking at the coin right now. The umpire letting them know. So actually, Western called the toss and won it, and they want to receive. So they'll start from the south end of the field. They'll travel to the north towards the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think if I was them as well, I'd be doing the same thing. You know, I'm looking at their offensive line now, 240, 250, 235, 250, 285. And, looking at the Tipton defense, we've got, we've got a 215, 210, 185. And so they're going to try to do what Western always does, and that's run the football. I understand the new coach likes the spread as well, so we're liable to see a little bit of both.
You wonder if maybe they're padding the weight a little bit. I mean, you look at Jaron Aller, he's listed at 6'2", 213.
Yeah, I think Jaron's they're a little light on him. I think he's running probably closer to 220, 225. But again, another good freshman class up here at Tipton, and you'll see them in quite a bit tonight. And so good future for Tipton football there.
So Western is going to receive. They're going to send back, kick return will be number 8, Brady Comer. Brady Comer, deep man, also back there with him. We'll try to catch that. But they're going to spot the ball on the left hash. And it's going to be Nathan Hawkins to kick the ball away. We'll spot it there at the left hash, 40-yard line. And we're about ready for football. 7:01 on the AT&T wristwatch. AT&T Cellular making this broadcast possible to the listening ears. So you're going to back up about 6 yards, a little bit soccer style. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach for Hawkins. There's the boot. This short kick can be taken at the 29. On the way back, he got out to the 35. Credit to Terry. I think that was Wyatt Owsley. And double check there. And then he'll get up the pile. And they'll put the ball in play. It's going to be 1st and 10, Western at their own 35.
That was Brady Henderson on the initial stop and held him up for a lot of his buddies to come get a piece of him as well.
So clock starts. I should say the play clock. Game clock is going to start on the snap. It's at 11:55. We're in the first quarter, first drive of the ball game. Double slot right side, split left, short side of field. Shotgun quarterback. Right there is Levi Shoemaker. He'll hand off single back in the backfield. And he'll move it forward. Ball carrier was another junior. That's Matthew McKittrick.
And that was senior Cole Hussey on the stop, and you're going to hear that name quite a bit. He's very active from his middle linebacker position.
Ball spotted out to the 39. Going to be a 4-yard gain. 2nd down 6 for the Panthers. Panthers first offensive set. So they'll line up slot right, slot left, short side of the field. See him in the backfield. Snap to Shoemaker. He'll run it forward, take it himself. He'll get to the 40, but not much more, about 1.5 yards. It's going to be about 4.5 short. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
It looked like Joey Vaughton, number 59, tripped him up, and again, Brady Henderson finished him off.
So Joey Vaughton having a good season. That's just a freshman. So he's got a lot of upside in front of him. So the ball spotted just beyond the 40-yard line, near the center of the field. Working the ball from Panther territory. Slot right, slot left. Very early movement there, no flag. Pass in the backfield. It's not an incomplete pass. They called it incomplete. That was a backwards lateral.
It absolutely was, AJ, and a quick whistle on that. I don't think the ref was in a position to really see whether that was diagonal or backwards or forwards, and he made a call from about 5 yards in front of where the ball hit and called it dead.
Looking at his demeanor, he don't know it yet. He's going to find out, but we'll go on. We'll back up in punt formation, 12 yards deep. Punter is McKittrick. Low punt, going to bounce hard, going to go on by. It's going to end up a good punt inside the 15. Mahaney couldn't get to it. It was a low line drive. Looked like a ground ball in baseball.
Yeah, and that once it hit, it just took off running, end over end. And Isaiah looked at it like he was going to pick it up, and he said, "Nah, I don't think I want to do that."
Man, that pass in the backfield changes this whole game.
It sure does. But Tipton held on the first position. A 3 and out. So I think they'll take that, even though they're starting, from their own 13 right now.
So 1st and 10, Blue Devils, first possession. Shotgun quarterback is Quinn Toll. Split out wide left. There's motion away. That's Garmin. Right to left. They'll give it to Condit. He'll go up the middle. He'll go 2-hole. He'll get out beyond the 15 to about the 17-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, not much there. Number 2, Levi. Is it Shoemaker, 6'4", 225, quarterback, also playing middle linebacker, made a nice play there.
So Blue Devils from the huddle, 10:08, clock moving. First quarter, play clock is at 14. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Ridgeway going to line up in an H-back right side. They'll go Garmin left side. Garmin's going to come motion again, near side. Fake the jet sweep, and Quinto's going to take the football himself to get it beyond the 20. They'll tackle him forward. He'll get an extra couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
That was Cameron Hobenstack on the tackle there, kind of flinged Quinn forward about 2 yards on the tackle.
So ball's at the left hash. Signaling the play in, calling the play in. Coach Destin Shear calls it in, long distance. Quinn Toll to the huddle. They're going to have to call their first timeout here in the ball game. Play clock is at 2. So they'll stop the clock at 1. Game clock is at 9:14. Pretty big down, definitely worth a timeout.
Yeah, 3rd and a long one, probably a yard and a half here to get the first down. So Coach Tolan, going to talk it over and see what they can come up with for a play to get them a first down.
We'd like to mention this game is in part being brought to you tonight by Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central's Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for the lower rates on loans or the higher rates on savings, it's just a friendly face you may be looking for your financial needs. They've got you covered. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. You'll find them in Tipton, Frankfort, and in Kokomo. Encompass Credit Union. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Third down, they're calling it 2 from the left hash. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Calvin Condit in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. He'll dive it forward, a spin out of a would-be tackle, and he'll get the first down. Calvin Condit did a lot of work there, got the first down for the Blue Devils.
Linebacker Matthew McKittrick looked like he was first one on the tackle, but a nice move, spinning move by Calvin Condit to get that extra yard that he needed for a first down.
So Blue Devils, new set of downs. Play clock, the game clock is stationary. There it goes. I didn't know why, but they got the chain set. Clock moving, 9:04 first quarter. First and 10 from the Blue Devil 24-yard line. And work from a shotgun. He dropped to throw. First pass attempt, Quinn Toll looking to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to try to go get what he can on his feet. He'll get out near the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up about 6. Quinn Toll going to make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice read there. Nice decision by Quinn Toll. Nothing was open there, and so he tucked it and ran. Got about 6 yards on that. It looked like number 21, Matthew McKittrick, again on the tackle for the Western Panthers.
Umpire's wanting the 40-second clock. He puts 2 hands in the air. Looks like he's bench pressing, and he wants 40 seconds. 1 hand in the air, and he's bench pressing with 1 arm. That's as simple. He wants 25-second clock. Shotgun formation. Motion away is Mahaney. Going to fake it to him. They'll give it to Calvin Condit. He'll bounce off a would-be tackler. He'll get what he can. He'll get out to the 32-yard line. Calvin Condit taking on a lot of guys there.
Yeah, he's a little bowling wrecking ball there, bouncing off people. But Levi Showmaker, number 2, made the tackle for the Western Panthers. But Calvin's always leaning forward and getting an extra yard.
So third down, about 2.5. They're calling it 3 on the board. Blue Devils in the huddle. They'll work it from there. They'll to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Going to drop a couple steps out of the shotgun. Pass, left side caught. That's Ridgeway. Ridgeway, a set down route at the 40-yard line. First down and then some. I'll take that back. That was Garmin, Dakota Garmin with the catch.
Yeah, good catch by Dakota in traffic. He had that inside route, and Quinn took what they gave him and put a nice ball on him.
So Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. 25-second clock. It's at 22 now. They're good shape. They're going to line up in a slot left. They're going to do an official timeout. They want to talk this over. I think the line judge on the west side had a question for the umpire, and they're going to check out what this is. Coach Toll going to get in on the conversation, and I'm
resetting the clock again, AJ, because it was at 18. They had to reset it for the first down, and so it's back to 40 seconds right now.
So they'll put it back to 40. 2 hands in the air. Bench pressing for the umpire, the white-hatted gentleman. Lets the press box know that that's a 40-second clock now before the snap is necessary. At 1 hand in the air, it's just 25-second clock. So shotgun, Quinn Toll. The handoff, going to fake it. Keep it himself. He's going to be caught in the backfield. And that's going to be a pretty hard tackle right there. Might hurt himself. But in high school, in the NFL now, that tackle is not legal.
Tried to spun him around and threw him down, kind of MMA style there. But Matthew McKittrick, again, we've said his name quite a bit. He's very active from his outside linebacker position. But, yeah, seems to have maybe pulled something himself. So we'll, as they attend to him, we'll take a second here. Again, first start for Quinn Toll, making some pretty good decisions. That one, it just kind of came through on a gap blitz and caught him before he had any chance to do anything with it. But so anyhow, we're taking a little time out here. Everybody's on a knee, hoping for the best for Mr. McKittrick after making that tackle.
Hey, thanks, Larry. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto, LLC. AGM Auto is located 1 mile west of Arcadia, Indiana on 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM Auto. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM Auto wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. A second type of service offered at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn and covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. You can reach AGM Auto by phone at 317-984-5283. Again, 317-984-5283. And you can find them on Facebook at AGM Auto, LLC. So McKittrick is walking off the surface on his own. We'll hope he can make it back. McKittrick is a big cog in their wheel.
Absolutely is. And, plays, I believe, running back on offense, outside linebacker on defense. Yeah, a valuable player.
And he also is the punter. So shotgun, he dropped a throw. When told, left side, a little bit tall, couldn't get it. That was to Mahaney, Isaiah Mahaney. And the defense was covered by Kyler Norman. Kyler Norman's name, I tell you what, he had to have played as a freshman. His name's been said forever.
Yeah, I remember saying it last year, but just a little over Isaiah Mahaney's hands there on that one, but I don't think it would have given them much of a gain anyhow, maybe a couple yards.
They're calling it 3rd and 20, 3rd and 16 for the Blue Devils from their own 34-yard line. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll coming in early there, and then they're going to stop the play. And it's going to be an official timeout. We're going to get the clock back up to 40. They're trying to get it a little bit more time for the offense to get set. So they'll line up shotgun, drop in the throw, Quinn Toll. Back in the pocket, you're going to roll left, you'll let the ball go. It's going to be caught by Calvin Condit. It's going to be a gain of a couple. A nice catch by Condit, but they'll punt the ball.
Yeah, it was probably a good call for that 3rd and long, an inside screen with all the linebackers coming, but they kind of played it straight and not much of a gain, maybe a yard.
So 4th and 15, Nathan Hawkins deep to punt. Nathan Hawkins going to line up about 13 yards behind the football. Clock moving, 5:57, first quarter. No score. Here's the boot. Hawkins going to be a high, elevated punt. It's going to bounce in the field of play. It's going to get a Blue Devil favorable bounce and then back the other way to about equal outs. Ball's going to be spotted at the Western Panther 36-yard line.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Western came very close to blocking that kick. They had 3 guys make good penetration, and Nathan Hawkins just barely got it off.
So Panthers going to put the ball in play again. Their own 36-yard line. Ball's at the left hash. Play clock has begun at 25. Game clock is stationary at 5:44. We'll start on the snap and line up in a shotgun formation for Shoemaker. Shoemaker, a big young man, just a junior, 6'4", 2 1/4. Single man in the backfield. 21, take that back. Single man in the backfield, ball carrier. They'll give it to him. And the carrier is number 28, Cameron Hobensack. He's a junior.
It's Slade Springer and Dallas Capshaw on the stop there. But, yeah, they blew a pretty good hole up front for him.
A gain of 4. Second down 6 for Western. They'll line it up again at the left hash. They break huddle. And yes, they do have a pretty good size offensive line. Blue Devils have quickness. They'll line up in shotgun. See them in the backfield. Is Hobensack. Motion away is Kyler Norman. They'll hand it to Hobensack up the middle again. He'll dive it forward. He'll get near the 43-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down 3.
And Slade Springer and Cole Hussey and also Dallas Capshaw on that stop.
So 3rd down 3, a big play for the Blue Devils. Looking for a stop right here. 4:40 on the game clock. Clock moving. We're in the first quarter. There's no score. Western Panthers, Tipton Blue Devils have been going at it since the Hoosier Conference was realigned. Shotgun formation. Trips to the left, short side of the field. Going to run the ball himself. Shoemaker, he'll get a 1st down. Not much more. He'll get a couple more. And Shoemaker dives it right side 4-hole out near the Blue Devil logo.
He just kind of quarterback draw, looking for any place he could go. Took a little outside, and Joe Vaughton was on him, as well as Oliver Conaway, I believe, on the tackle, but not until he got a 1st down.
So Shoemaker kind of looked a little bit like a Jet Engel. Jet Engel, I tell you what, that guy could move. Didn't have the height that Shoemaker has, but Jet Engel, pretty good ball player. Slot right, slot left, ball's in the middle of the field. Shotgun snap, taken by Shoemaker. Going to be met in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of yardage. And that was Hobensack. And who made that?
Mr. Cole Hussey again, coming on the blitz from his middle linebacker position. Hit him in the backfield. A nice, solid tackle.
So Cole Hussey calls the defense and makes the play. So he'll drop back. He'll lose about a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Clock moving, 3:22. Western Panthers yet to throw a pass. Blue Devils defense cannot fall asleep. Shoemaker can launch the football. Slot right, slot left. He's going to throw a pass. Pass play right side, caught. In Blue Devil territory, he'll get to the 46-yard line. Not going to be a 1st down. It's going to be shy about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4.
That was Calvin Condit and Oliver Conaway on the stop there. Still about, looks like about 4 yards to go for a 1st down.
Quick pass, an outcut. Pretty tough to defend when you're playing the guy head up or maybe inside a step. So they'll line up in a shotgun again. 50-yard line is where the feet are of Shoemaker. He'll drop to throw. Pass play. Right side. It's going to be a bump. Going to be knocked free. And Landon Spidell might have got away with one, but I tell you what, this is a high school game.
Well, I tell you what, he was playing the ball, and he got a good jump on it, and it was a bang call. So yeah, he could have got called, but I think he just made a nice play on the ball.
So they'll back up in punt formation. 4th and 3, they're calling it on the board. And have a different punter in the ball game. He's going to drop back just 11 yards. Ball's on the surface. He'll still get the punt away. And right there, that was Bridgely Seacreed doing the take that back. And it'll be on the return right there. That was Mason Connor on the punt. And they'll bring the ball back out to the 22-yard line. Blue Devils will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 22.
Yeah, that looked like number 22, Evan Din, I believe. That's how you pronounce his name, on the safety on the tackle for the Western Panthers.
So I tell you what, the Western Panthers, that Mason Tedder Sr. has 44 tackles on the season. McKittrick left the game. He has 2nd place with 27.
Yeah, and he was having a big night too.
Shotgun, Quinn Toll, motion near side. Going to hand the ball off, jet sweep to Garmin. Dakota Garmin cuts it up. Upfield up the right hash. He'll get out to the 26-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 25. It's going to be a gain of a couple. 2nd and 8.
At 34, Sean Devine coming into the game, making a nice tackle for the Panthers.
So ball's at the right hash. Blue Devils. Play clock began at 40. No fretting right there. 40-second play clock. 1:53 on the game clock. Clock moving. Quinn Toll, shotgun. In the backfield with him, single backs, Calvin Condit. They'll line up in twins, stacked left side. Double tight end. Jaron Aller, the pass to the flat. Double screen, they'll get it to Dallas Capshaw. Dallas Capshaw is going to have the first down. Capshaw is going to pick up 9. He needed 8.
That looked like number 3, Tyler Norman on the tackle there, but a nice design play. Quinn Toll caught that little high snap, got it out quickly, and Dallas Capshaw did the rest on his own.
So what, Wednesday night, I was fortunate to be able to be here at practice, watch them practice. They went to about 6:30. I watched Dallas Capshaw line up and split in left side. He took a big slant cut, and Quinn Toll put the ball on him. He caught it with both hands out in front of him. Perfectly done. Going to drop to throw. Quinn Toll, left side pass play, caught. Going to go out of bounds. To be tackled out of bounds. Couple going to take him on out of bounds there, and that catch was made by made by Oliver Conaway. Conaway with the catch.
Yeah, it looked like Brady Comer on the tackle for the Western Panthers. But again, a well-designed play. Get it in your hands, get it out, get it to the guy, very quickly, and get 4 yards or so.
So Brady Comer making the stop. He's senior. He's a safety. Get the safety making the tackles. That's a good thing for the Blue Devils. Gonna hand off up the middle. Calvin Condit. He spurts free. He gets out to the 47-yard line. Blue Devil territory. They'll pick up 12, and the Blue Devils have another first down.
Yes, number 22, Evan Din, a safety on the tackle. But again, as we mentioned, the lines are kind of in the favor of the Western Panthers as far as size. But the Blue Devils gave Condit a nice big hole on that one.
So ball spotted at the 46 of Tipton, just inside the left hash. Condit in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Stacks right side. They'll give it to Condit again. They'll go up the middle. So take it left side, one hole. They'll get it across the 50, and they'll take it to the Panther 47-yard line.
Well, yeah, that just shows how strong Calvin Condit is. Carson Bale, number 74 on the tackle. He's all a 6'1", 250, and Calvin pulled him for about 3 yards.
So the first quarter empties out. No score thus far. Got a game on our hands, and we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies. They're conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32, just beyond the new roundabout. At Discount Copies, they provide set-up services where you can take your artwork and turn it into note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Posters, oversized printing are also available. If you're planning a wedding, they can do all of your printing needs for that wedding. You can reach them at Discount Copies by phone at 317-773-8783. Again, their number is 317-773-8783, or by email, discountcopies, the number 96 at gmail.com. Discount Copies, a big help for putting me in sports. We are thankful. Ball's at the 47. Blue Devils, left hash, working on the Panthers side of the 50. Going to hand off up the middle, single back is Calvin Condon. He'll get inside the 40. They'll spot him at the 38. First down, Blue Devils.
Mason Tedder, and again, big respect for the offensive line of the Blue Devils. Another big hold. And when you give Condit a hole, he's threw it in a lightning snap. So good run and good block play.
So ball spotted at the 38-yard line of Western from the left hash. Split out wide right. Wide left is Dallas Capshaw. The handoff up the middle, Calvin Condit. The shrug off a would-be tackler. Couldn't bring him down. And Calvin Condit gets it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that was Noah Watson, number 68, 5'11", 235, that Calvin just bounced off of like a little pinball and got another 4 or 5 yards.
Calvin Condit ran out of one shoe there. He couldn't put it on in a hurry. He runs off the field. We're going to go with Isaiah Mahaney in the backfield. I take that back. That might be Slade. Springer, 22 Springer, the junior. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. He'll give it to Springer. Springer up the middle. He'll pick up a couple. He'll take it to the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, 74 Carson Vale on the stop for the Panthers. And again, there was a hole, but it closed pretty quickly.
The Springer gets a bit of action right there. Jog back off the surface. Calvin Condit back in the backfield. Clock moving, second quarter, 10:34. No score. We're at Tipton High School. First Tipton home game of the season. They'll have 3 in a row. He drops the throw and a hand off. He'll keep it himself. Quinn Toll. He'll work it up the middle. Toll's going to have a first down. He jukes a would-be tackler, picks up a first down, and they're going to spot him at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, they were giving Blue Devils were giving the Panthers a heavy dose of running back handoff. So Quinn faked it and took it around the end. And he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a very shifty runner, very smart runner. Weaved his way right down there for first down.
That was his 20th carry of the season. He's over 126 yards. He's got 1 touchdown on the ground. Pass play. We drop him and roll it right. Try about talking it away. He's going to not release it. He's going to be sacked in the backfield, 23-yard line. Sometimes the best thing you can do is throw the ball away.
Yeah, he's going to learn that, and I think that that was about 700 pounds coming down on his back, so he'll learn that real quick at this level.
So going to be a loss on the play. Going to lose, let's say, in 4. He's going to lose about 6, maybe 7 yards. Ball spotted back at the 23. Western Panther territory. Blue Devils trying to put a scoring drive together. Going backwards on that play. They're going to line up in a double slot. Left side. Split right is Dallas Capshaw. Calvin Condon in the backfield. Calling the cadence. Quinn Toll, he'll take the snap. He'll look left to go bubble screen. Isaiah Mahaney's got blockers out in front of him. He'll take it to inside the 15, and they'll tackle him inside the 15 near the 12-yard line. That was Isaiah Mahaney.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you get Isaiah the ball out there one-on-one, he kind of got in the back of his blocker there, but, he's a guy with some speed and shiftiness, and he can take it to the house. But like I said, just kind of cut inside, ran into his blocker, and cut it back outside, still made a nice gain out of it.
Isaiah Mahaney, that's his 7th catch of the season. He's got 1 touchdown, but it's on the ground. The Blue Devils going to line up. 3rd down, 4 from the left hash. Tight end left is Jaron Aller. Tight end right is Ridgeway. They'll give it to Calvin Condon. He'll get inside the 10. They'll tackle him at the 9-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and I was going to say 4th and a couple.
Yeah, Evan Din, number 22 from his safety position, made the tackle. And like you said earlier, AJ, when the safety's making all the tackles, something's going right on the offensive line.
Blue Devils are going to send the quarterback into the huddle. It's 4th down. They need 2 for a first down. Ball's resting at the 9-yard line. So 2 for a first, 9 for a score. Going to line up behind the left tackle is Ridgeway. Single man in the backfield, it's Condon. You're going to run it forward. It's quarterback Quinn Toll. He's trying to get what he can. He's got a first down. They'll move the chains. Didn't get a whole lot more. He's right to the 5. And blocking out front, Quinn Toll picks up a first down.
Yeah, very nice play there, and just got enough to get the first down by maybe a couple yards. So nice call play, and that's, Coach having confidence in his freshman quarterback, but he's seen him play for a long time.
So he'll enter the huddle. Quinn Toll will call the play. 7:50 on the game clock. Clock is moving. Ball's at the 5-yard line, just inside the left hash. Blue Devils. 1st and goal from the 5. Shotgun. Quinn Toll, he'll hand off. Calvin Condon. Right to left. Condon is in the end zone. Touchdown, Calvin Condon. 5 yards deep. He dives in about a yard deep. And the Blue Devils are on the scoreboard first. Calvin Condon picks up his 6th rushing touchdown.
Yeah, Calvin run hard as he always does, but I got to give a lot of praise to Nathan Hawkins and Brady Henderson of opening up a big hole there in the Panther defense.
So we're going to see the point after touchdown. Right here is going to be a kick variety, number 4, Brogan Ferg. There's the boot, and it's through the uprights. Blue Devils go out on top, 7-0. 7:35 left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Evan Din, number 22 for the Panthers, is down. He almost blocked that extra point kick. I think he might have just fell on somebody and or knocked the wind out of himself. Gave a good effort trying to dive and make that block.
So they'll check on him. The Blue Devils will kick off. And I will mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurants. Jim Dandy Restaurants, Jim Dandy not only provides an incredible dining experience for the Tipton community and the folks in the surrounding areas. Jim Dandy wants you and wants the Tipton Blue Devil snap of the ball. That's Jim Dandy Restaurants. They're open 7 days. They're open in Tipton and in Noblesville. So they're still attending to the safety. That's Evan Den. Evan Den is a sophomore by class, 5'10", 165. And we'll hope the best for him. We'll hope he'll get to his feet and walk off on his, they say on his own power, but I give the credit to God.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like I said, I hope it's not anything seriously. I thought just the way he laid out to try to block that extra point, maybe he, knocked the wind out of himself, maybe strained a rib or something like that. But looks like he's coming off and not needing any help to do so.
That's a good thing. So the Blue Devils are going to punt or kick off here momentarily. And then we'll go from there. So they're asking both teams to come out on the surface here, kick the ball away. And then kicking from the left hash again, it's going to be Nathan Hawkins. Nathan Hawkins, right-footed kicker. Nathan Hawkins, I did talk to him before the first game. I said, do you want to be called Nate or Nathan? He said Nathan. So no problem there. I think I misspoke. First game, called him Nate. So Nathan Hawkins is going to kick the ball away. 6 yards deep, soccer style, right-footed boot. Good boot, high elevation. It's going to be taken at the 16-yard line by the Panthers. They'll work it up the middle. He's loose, and Mahaney is going to bring him down across the 40. So about a 25-yard return for them.
Yeah, Brady Comer he fit right in beside or underneath a little wedge there, and Isaiah Mahaney had to catch him from behind.
So the Blue Devils going to line up on defense. 7-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. 7:24 left here in the second quarter. So they'll go to the line of scrimmage. Ball's marked just outside the 40. Panther territory. They'll line up in a double slot left side split. That's going to be double slot right side split left. They'll hand the ball off. McKittrick is back in the game. Shoemaker didn't give the ball to McKittrick. Took it himself. Going to pick up about a yard. But good thing McKittrick is back.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, it looked like they were trying to pull a same play that Tipton ran with Quinn Toll. Fake it to the halfback and quarterback keeper. But Blue Devils were all over that one.
And McKittrick not only being the punter and a linebacker as single man in the backfield, he's just a junior. He entered this game with 35 carries, 215 yards, 6.1 per carry, 71.7 per game average, 46 long, 2 touchdowns, and he has one 100-plus yard game. So they're going to hand off, motion away, give a jet sweep, left side. Ball carrier is Kyler Norman. Norman's going to be tackled out of bounds, and a flag comes in late, Larry.
Yeah, that was, I think Dallas Capshaw kind of jumped in there at the end when he was already out of bounds. So I think it's going to be a unsport or what do you want to call it? Late hit. I'm sorry.
So we've all been there. It's not a good thing, but it does happen. Oh, they call the holding. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So they'll tack that on. That's better than a 15-yard penalty, but the ball is going to move into Tipton territory. Nope, they're calling it a personal foul. Didn't get the quite the right symbol.
There you go. Just somebody being aggressive, and Dallas is a heck of a ball player, and he's just trying to make a play.
So the ball moves in to Tipton territory. 1st and 10, Panthers. Ball's at the left hash. Ball spotted at the 37 of Tipton. 7-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. Panthers adjourn huddle. To the line of scrimmage, slot right, slot left, short side of the field. Single man in the backfield is McKittrick. Shotgun snap taken by Shoemaker. He'll drive it forward. McKittrick will block out in front. And Shoemaker, they're going to have to tackle him. Blue Devils going to have to deal with Shoemaker. He's a junior, as mentioned, 6'4", 2 1/4.
Yeah, he just put his head down, and he's a big young man, and just grounded out. Looked like Cole Hussey again on the tackle, middle linebacker.
So ball spotted at the 32-yard line, left hash. Signaling the play in. Did get to meet Coach Conklin. What a gentleman. He allowed us some information for this game, helped us to prepare. We are always thankful for that. Double slot, right side, split left. See him in the backfield, McKittrick. He'll get the handoff, and the Blue Devils are right there to make the tackle. Looked like a run RPO, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Cole Hussey, Brady Henderson, Calvin Condon all were on a blitz, and they read that one out. Good defensive call for play.
I think Shoemaker might have had the option to not give him the ball, put the ball in his breadbasket, maybe pull it back out. We'll probably see that soon. That time he gave it to McKittrick. So the ball spotted, loss of yardage, 3rd down from the 34-yard line of Tipton. 3rd and 7, shotgun, double slot, right side for Western. Split out wide left, going to pass. In the flat, can be underthrown. He had to underthrow that because Dallas Capshaw was going to jump the route.
Well, yeah, and Tipton showed a 5-man defensive front and sending a linebacker. Calvin Condon almost got to the quarterback, rushed him a little bit, and he underthrew that pass. And probably a good thing he did because, again, Dallas Capshaw had a good jump on it. Might have picked that ball off.
I tell you what, Dallas Capshaw is a pure athlete.
He sure is, yeah, and he's as nice a young man as you'd ever want to meet.
So they're going to line up. They're going to go for it. 4th down, 7. Ball's at the 34-yard line of Tipton. Dropping back to throw, going to roll right. They're going to jump pass. Caught in the backfield. That was a play and a half. Calvin Condon.
Yeah, Calvin Condon and Slade Springer both came and both got free. And if Calvin didn't get him, Slade was going to get him. So great defensive stand by the Blue Devils, and they'll take over the ball at what looks like about the 44.
So Blue Devils get the ball back. What a defensive stand. Calvin Condon in the backfield. Loss of about 6 to 8 yards maybe. And then Shoemaker jumped to pass the ball, had to come down with the football because Calvin Condon was already at his legs. So the Blue Devils 1st and 10 from their own 44. Going to line up with trips to the left. Tight end right. He'll bring it over to the other side. That's Ridgway. Zach Ridgway lines up tight end left. The handoff up the middle from the shotgun. Calvin Condon across midfield. He'll take it to the Panther 47-yard line. It's going to be about a yard shy. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, Mason Tedder got a hold of him, number 10 for the Panthers, but if not, Calvin was gone.
So ball's at the 47-yard line. Working it from there. Blue Devils, they're calling it 2nd and 1 on the board, showing about 2nd and 1.5 from the sticks. 2nd and 1 for the Blue Devils, Panther territory at the Panther 47 from the left hash. Zach Ridgway, tight end left. Shotgun, snap, taken, hand off. Calvin Condon, he's loose. He's inside the 35 of Western. They'll spot him near the 33-yard line. Blue Devils pick up another 1st down.
Yeah, Brady Comer from a safety position, as we've been saying all first half, with safeties making a lot of the tackles, you're doing something right on the offensive line there. So great run by Calvin and great blocking to get him loose.
Tipton on a drive. They've used 1 timeout. They have 2 remaining. 3:40 on the game clock. Clock is moving. To the line of scrimmage, shotgun Quintal. Going to move the other right side. Ridgway, tight end right. Going to line up trips to the right. They'll hand off again to Calvin Condon. Inside the 30. They're getting near the 27-yard line. It's going to be a good gain. He's going to pick up about 6. Be 2nd and 4.
And number 4, Peyton Cobble in the game. And it looks like Panthers are rotating some guys in. That's one advantage they do have with the Blue Devils. With Blue Devils, I think 7 guys starting both ways. A little bit bigger school, more guys on the sidelines, and more guys to get in the game fresh.
So timeout on the field. Western Panther timeout. That's their first, I believe. 3:11 left here before halftime. Blue Devils driving. Ball's at the 27-yard line of Western territory. And I tell you what, we'll go ahead and mention little bit about the Atlanta New Earth Festival. It's coming right up, deep here, 28th and 29th of September. Their festival began in 1974. You can enjoy free stage entertainment, antique tractors on display, culinary delights from elephant ears, pumpkin rolls, barbecue, Mexican and Greek foods, and more. Fun to be had by all ages. Make it a family weekend for all to remember. Mark your calendars. It's the Atlanta New Earth Festival, September 28th and 29th. Just about 5 miles to Atlanta. It's in Hamilton County, but I'm just from here on 19.
Yeah, well, Tipton's county seat is up there about their southernmost border. So, yeah, they're not too far away.
So I know the Pork Festival, I think it was successful once again. A lot of good folks put in a lot of good effort for the Pork Festival. So the Blue Devils are going to line up just inside the left hash. We'll go stack left side, 2 receivers, shotgun. See him in the backfield, Condon, he'll get the handoff. He'll go inside the 25. Not much more. They're going to have to roll the offensive play here. It looks like they might have called 2 in the huddle. So they called 2 in the huddle. They're at the line of scrimmage now. It's going to be 3rd and 2. I might see Quinn Toll again, right side, about the 4-hole. Snap. They're going to give it to Condon. Condon going to go forward, get what he can. I think he's going to be just about a half yard short.
Yeah, got a good push from Jack Roach there from behind, kind of got behind him, did the old tush push there, but looks like he's going to be a little short.
So timeout on the field. They're going to bring the training crew back out. Check on Western Panther. He's got one knee in the air. Tosses his helmet off. That might not be good.
No, he's definitely in some pain. He's, kind of rolling back and forth, and looks like he's holding on to his right knee. So we hope that's nothing serious for him.
Say what, Larry, you think about these two teams? The Blue Devils were in the Hoosier Conference. They used to be in the CIC. They were in the Hoosier Conference when the Mid-Indiana Conference went defunct. Mid-Indiana Conference started back in 2000. They went to 2014. That's 15 years. And then the teams had to decide where they were going to go. I wrote these down the other night. It's Mechaniquah. They didn't want to go to the Hoosier, so they went to Three Rivers. Eastern Comets. They didn't want to go to the Hoosier. Actually, they were in and got out of it. And they went to Central Indiana with the Sheridan Blackhawks. Taylor High School, I should say, they went to Central Indiana. And then Peru went out of the MIC and went to the Three Rivers Conference. And then Lewis Cass started out in the Hoosier. They are now in the Three Rivers and Northwestern Tigers. And head coach Caleb Small, they're 3-0, and they're in the Three Rivers.
Yeah, Caleb Small, a good friend of my son's and mine as well. Head coaching there, his first head coaching job after being down at Ben Davis's offensive coordinator. Doing a job down there.
Yeah, I think my son likes Caleb. He was his best man, too.
Absolutely, yeah, all in each other's weddings, you bet.
So we're going to line up from shotgun. 4th and 1 for the Blue Devils. 2:34 clock stationary after the timeout. Sing him in the backfield, Calvin Condon. He's going to get the direct snap. He'll go left side, first down, and then some. He'll take the ball to the 20-yard line. Blue Devils have entered the red zone. Clock still moving, 2:24, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Evan Den and Levi Showmaker again on the tackles for the Panthers, but good play call. Once again, you put it in Calvin Condon's hands, you're usually going to have something good happen.
So ball spotted, the left hash, 20-yard line, Panther territory. Blue Devils trying to get another score to go in at halftime, up by 14. Shotgun snap, they're going to hand it. Springer in the backfield, he's loose. Springer going to get the ball down to the 15, and Springer's going to take it to the 5, and he'll take it to the 4-yard line. Springer to the 4, picks up 16.
Yeah, Slade danced around there and just exploded, and once again, a great hole for him. I can't say enough about the job that the Tipton offensive line is doing against a much bigger defensive front.
Springer gets his second carry, and that one proves worthy. So they'll line up in a shotgun. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Blue Devils. Shotgun. Quinn Toll He'll hand off back in the backfield. Calvin Condon, he's in the end zone, and he'll fall down about 5 yards deep. In the end zone, Calvin Condon picks up touchdown number 7 on the season, and that's on the ground. He has thrown a touchdown pass. That pass went to Landon Spidell in game 1.
Yeah, Calvin made a nice move there. Some bodies on the ground. He leapt over them and landed in the end zone. Good play by Calvin.
So Blue Devils going to spot it right there. Brogan Ferg calling for the snap. There's a snap. There's the hole. The boot is wide left. Wide left. It's a 13-0 contest. And he's giving it an effort. The first one looked good and real good.
Yeah, sure did. That one, I think he was kind of rushed a little bit. Again, they gave Panthers gave a good effort to try to block that one as they did the one before, and might have gotten in his head just a little bit.
So Blue Devils going to kick the ball away. 1:14 left here in the second quarter. We're nearing halftime. 13-0 advantage. Blue Devils in front. Tell you what, Larry, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about the Class 2A rankings through 3 weeks of the season. Top 20. 2 of these top 20 teams are in sectional 36. So they start out. Hoosier Conference, number 1 in the state is Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They've only played 2 games, as Larry mentioned. And we'll mention that number 2 is North Posey. They're 3-0. Number 3, Brownstown Central, 3-0. Number 4, Triton Central, 2-1. Number 5, Indianapolis Lutheran, they're 2-1. And they are the state champs from a year ago. Linton, they're at number 6. They're 2-1. Number 7, Western Boone, 3-0. Number 8, Eastern Hancock, 2-1. Number 9 is LaPel, 3-0. Number 10, and also number 10, 2 teams tied, Bluffton and North Putnam. North Putnam High School, I believe, is the home high school of Coach Stoker, a defensive coordinator for the Blue Devils. We'll pick this up in a moment. So it's going to be Nathan Hawkins to boot the ball away. Here comes the approach. Be a low squib kick. Picked up at the 23. He'll dive it forward, get what he can, and he'll just try to keep possession of the football. And that was 28, Cameron Hobensack.
Yes, he kind of fielded that one as a shortstop and decided to get bounced off him a little bit. So he gathered it up and said, "That's enough. We'll keep possession of that."
So we'll finish this up. 2 teams at number 12. That's Centerville and Heritage Christian. Number 14 is Alexandria. They're also sectional 36. 2 teams at 15. It's Adams Central and Andrean. And they're going to line up in a shotgun, single man to backfield. Shoemaker calling the cadence. 1:11 left. Clock will start. Going to roll right, looking to throw. Pass is thrown, just low pass. Couldn't bring it in. Tried to bring it in. That was Kyler Norman, incomplete.
Good defense by Landon Spidell. He was right with him there, so I don't think he he underthrew it a little bit, but couldn't come up with it. Landon, good coverage on that.
So Andrean at number 15, Paoli, 17, Tell City, 18. Monrovia at number 20. Also tied at number 20 is South Vermilion. So that's Class 2A early this season. Shotgun, Shoemaker, single man in the backfield, McKittrick. Slot right, slot left, dropping the throw out of the shotgun. Looking down the middle, going to let one go. It's going to be intercepted. Blue Devils going to pick it off at midfield. That's going to be number 8, Oliver Conaway. Conaway is going to bring it out, bring it back to the Western Panthers 28-yard line, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I don't know what it is there. Maybe a hold on the run back. I'm not sure, but again, quarterback threw it right into double coverage. Had Landon Spidell and Oliver Conaway covering the receiver, and both had a good coverage on him.
It's going to be a holding call against Western. Tipton has already declined it. So the Blue Devils going to get the ball right there where Oliver ended his run after the interception. The ball's at the 28-yard line, left hash. I think Blue Devils have a couple timeouts, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do, and look for them to probably put the ball in the air here with Quinn Toll.
So 55.2 left here in the second quarter. Blue Devils 1st and 10 at the Western Panthers, 28 after the interception by Oliver Conaway. So single man in the backfield to go right side of Quinn Toll. Shotgun. Going to pitch it right. Pitch it to Calvin Condon. He'll let the ball go on a pass. Looking for Garman. Had to get rid of it in a hurry. It's got to be tough to throw a pass with a glove on.
Right. Yeah, it is. It looked like Calvin kind of shot putted that one a little bit. I think he thought he had a little bit more time than he had and just had to get rid of it.
I think he was just trying to save the down. He just wanted to get rid of it, like you said.
Yep, sure did.
So they'll bring it back in 49 seconds, 49.7. Second down 10. Ball still spotted at the 28-yard line. Western Territory. Shotgun, Quintoll in the backfield. Calvin Condit trips to the right, split out wide left, dropping a throw straight back. Looking to get rid of it, couldn't. Looking for a block. Brady Henderson gave him a little bit of time, but it's going to be a timeout called by Tipton. 42.8.
Yeah, Quinn probably like to have that one back again. He's learning. He's right now he's young and full of vinegar. He thinks he can make all the plays out there. So just held on to it a little bit too long. But he'll learn to throw that ball away.
He got that right shoulder pad exposed right there. He's getting some help right now by Burke Emmert. But you never know when that happens.
Sure, yeah, it's he was looking downfield, and sometimes those take a little bit too long to come to fruition there. So he had to eat that one.
So they bring the ball back to the 37 after the quarterback sack. Brady Henderson was given all he could effort back there by Quintoll. There were two defenders on Brady. So 42.8 left. Timeout on the surface. Ball's at the 38-yard line of Western. Third down, 20. They need to get line to gain is the 18-yard line for the Blue Devils. See if they can put it in the end zone. Without a doubt, Quintoll can reach the end zone. Trips to the left, short side of the field. But out wide right is Dallas Capshaw. They're going to hand off Calvin Condit. They read it in the backfield. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. Quintoll tells us that Calvin Condit jumped back on it.
Yeah, I think they'll just let this clock roll out here, going to halftime at up 13-0.
So clock is moving. 24 seconds. They started at 40 seconds. And you might be exactly right. We'll see. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. 13 seconds. Yeah, they're going to let it run out, Larry. I tell you what, Blue Devils going to go to the halftime locker room, a 13-point advantage.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think, Coach Toll would complain about that if we told him before the game started that they'd be up 13-0 at halftime to these Western Panthers. But nice job, nice team effort so far by the Blue Devils.
So they're not off the clock yet. They're gonna call timeout, and the Blue Devils get the clock down to 1. They're gonna go for a Hail Mary of some sort, or maybe the hook and ladder. But the Blue Devils saving one play here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the philosophy is there, but I guess we're about to find out.
So they blow the whistle and they say timeout was called by the Blue Devils. I think that's their last one of the first half. Put 1 second back on the clock. Western Panthers were on their way to their makeshift locker room. That locker room's nice, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, we used it last year at the middle school because our locker room was being renovated. So, yeah, it's not bad.
So here we go. Play clock begins. 1 second left. Last play of the first half, unless a defensive penalty. Going to let one go across the middle. Going to be caught. Going to be pushed down at the 25. Pass was caught by Calvin Condit. So the Blue Devils and the Western Panthers will go to halftime. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we hope that you'll patronize those making this game possible. We hope you will. And we'll be back in just a bit. Maybe.
As the band makes their way onto the field, we have 2-3 on the Indiana Cougar for our fans on the field. 158 19, Indiana 13. Happy birthday to Wesley Hall.
Football. It's a sponsor. It's FritzandFishers.com. They buy, sell, trade. They'll help you to finance your quality car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage and one-owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County, Indiana locations. One is in Fishers, Indiana, at
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Toledo Marching Band's direct decision throughout the summer of the break. Instructions by the Fisher State Fair Band Day and the gold rating of distinction is with the flag at the introduction of 2 weeks ago. The blue ball recently performed the national anthem at an Indianapolis Indians game. Their show was called The Heart Unfrozen and shows how pushing the second shot off the world and open up with the help of friends. The first movement was spontaneous and featured a leadership on foot and blueprint on electric guitar. The second movement is from the Velvet Whistler and features Connor Conlon on baritone saxophone. The third movement is called Fever Dream, features the entire percussion section. The final movement, A Heart Unfrozen, starts with a solo from Xavier Tisball before 15 each of the sections of the marching band. The drum majors are Xavier Tisball and David Osborne.
Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are 2 of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message.
Drum majors, they have the floor for your performance.
4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. And tonight's ball game is also being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS, which belongs to Carly Elbrecht's grandpa. She is the owner. And their goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to our completion. You can explore their website at Camino-AND-company.com. That's Camino-AND Company.com. They are now booking 2024 brides. You can contact them via the website, Camino and Company. And tonight's ball game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They are at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, at 1708 South 8th Street. You can simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, that number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturday, it's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You'll find Dirk. Dirk will be there to escort you around the lot. That's Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes away any possible concerns from any travel. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. And also, tonight's ball game is being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in if only to browse around. It's located 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They have trophies, awards, plaques. They have fast turnaround. Prices are low. They are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-7391. Again, that number is 317-773-7391. It's NoblesvilleTrophies.com. And bringing you tonight's contest is School Makes a Difference. School Makes a Difference. Scott Dancer, supporting Blue Devil football. When school makes a difference, it's obvious what a difference school can make. As a Tipton High School graduate, and glad to say it, Scott Dashaw, providing wrestling, he was a wrestler, 185-pound weight class, and seldom beaten. We'll also mention he also geared up for the football team, Blue Devils football O-line, in a guard position. And now, as a member of a family, in a family has lived in this Blue Devil community for years and years, and now approaching the bicentennial plateau. Proud to serve local farmers. Scott Dashaw, contact him for excavation, drainage, demolition, intros, and intro maintenance. Happy to support the Blue Devil Nation, then, now, and forever. Signed, Scott G. And also bringing you tonight's ball game is Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. That's in Arcadia, Indiana. They have indoor and outdoor storage. They have select storage availability. You can come up to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. Indoor storage for your picks, RVs, or your precious automobiles. Or outdoor storage is always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage, simply go online at the website. It's www.aipsindiana.com. Again, that's AIPSindiana.com. Or call them by phone at 317-774. 1500. Again, their number is 317-774-1500. It's Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. Also, bringing you tonight's ball game is Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling. When you think of Rutledge Well Drilling. They have pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You call Rutledge Well Drilling. You can reach them at 765-292-2315. Again, that number is 765-292-2315. Or visit them on their website at RutledgeWellDrilling.com. They're in Atlanta, Indiana. They are licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Michael, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge Well Drilling. It's a strong evening for the Shack. The Shack fans looking for the perfect spot before or after the game. Swing by the Shack for your ultimate game day hangout. We've got something for every team member. Whether you're craving a classic chef pizza,
Group, the famous having a dime to donate night at Daily Cleveland Tuesday. Support the band by giving from KCP.
double or triple burger patties. And that's not all. They've got your game day staples like cold beers, refreshing cocktails, and their loaded spiral potatoes. Bring your game face and your appetite and your friends for a waiting experience at the Shack, located at 311 East Jefferson Street in Tipton. Check out them on Facebook and stay up to date on specials and events. See you at the Shack. Tonight's ball game being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers there in Tipton. And precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton. They are next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers located at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana 46072. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-9720. Again, their number is 765-675-9720. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Saturday, they're open 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers, downtown Tipton. And that's the Blue Devil sponsors. We appreciate you being there, supporting Tipton Blue Devil football. We are just the north of Fort
Off by Angola area.
Yeah, farther down. You know. So we're still at halftime, 1:46 on the clock. They're warming up right now, getting loose calisthenics. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention at halftime, it's 13-0. Blue Devils are in front. Blue Devils got their first point after. Bird right down the pipe, and then next time went a little bit wide left. So Blue Devils getting warmed up. Panthers getting warmed up. Playing the rock and roll music up here. The band performed at halftime. As you know, the Tipton Blue Devil Band. I've said it before, they practice as much, if not more, than the football team. I've been here in the summertime. They are out there sweating. They've got the barricades up. They don't want people driving by. And they are practicing feverishly. And they sound wonderful. And practice makes perfect for the most part. So the clock moving down, 37 seconds left. Panthers are loosening their legs up. Blue Devils are in a huddle out near the 5-yard line at the south end of the field. And I'm getting ready for second half football. You know, both coaching staffs had stuff to tell their team in their respective locker rooms at halftime. Without question, you usually see maybe better football in a second half, pretty much because of what I just said. So the whistle sounds, and the Blue Devils are going to receive, Larry.
Yeah, it looks like it. We'll see if they can keep going with their point production here in the second half.
I tell you what, talking to Riley Coleman, I know you talked to him before me, but what a gentleman he is.
Yeah, and you know, tough being a senior and being told, you know, you're out for the year, and you could tell he was, you know, choking back the tears and voice cracking a little bit. And I understand exactly what he's going through. My son went through the same thing his senior year. You know, second to last game of the year, just totally blew his shoulder out on a punt return, and it was tough on him. And so I know exactly what he's going through. I felt for him.
Riley's over on the sideline right now, 25-yard line at the south end. He's talking with Chase Hussey. What do we know about Chase?
Well, Chase should be back, I believe, next week or the week after that. He'll be a welcome return. Plays a little tight end, plays a little fullback, linebacker, just like his brother. And so he'll be a good addition getting him back on the field.
So the deep man for the Blue Devils is Mahaney. He's the single deep back to return the kick. So we're going to spot it up right there, middle of the field, right on the 40-yard line. He's going to mark off his steps right there. And it is number 15, Bridgely Secrete. Bridgely Secrete, soccer style. He'll go back about 7 yards. He's a senior, 5'10", 150. Where's number 15? Here comes the boot, line drive, going to go right side, might go to the end zone. It is, let's see if they call it, yes. Must have went just inside the pylon. So it's a touchback. And Secrete, I tell you what, you want a touchback if you can get it.
Yeah, definitely. That's my junior and senior year of high school. We had a young man, very few guys soccer style, but he had the old square toe shoe and, tied it up to his ankle. And boy, I think they had one run back opposition all year. And that was a weapon, it really was.
So Blue Devils take over first possession, second half, their own 20-yard line after the touchback. Trips to the left. Tight end right is Ridgeway. Shotgun. Quintoll. Ridgeway's going to switch to the left side. Left side tight end. See him in the backfield. Calvin Conner. Pass play in the flat left side. It's Dallas Capshaw. Capshaw going to pick up a first down. He'll pick up about 12 yards on a quick bubble screen. Capshaw left side. He's got some wheels. He's got good hands.
Yeah, nice catch, nice run of the ball, and looks like Mason Tedder on the tackle there for the Panthers.
Dallas Capshaw makes his second catch of the season. His first catch was for -2, so he's 10 yards to the plus now.
But that's play I'd go back to. If they're playing soft on him, I'd get him the ball. He's got good hands and good speed, and let him do his thing.
So Ridgeway switches from left tight end to right tight end. Handoff up the middle, Calvin Condit. He's going to get across the 30 to about the 36-yard line. Condit going to have a good game. They're going to pick up 4. It's going to be second down and 6 for the Blue Devils from their own 36.
That's Sean Devine on the tackle, number 34 for the Panthers.
So 36-yard line from the left hash. They started that play clock at 40. So what, they might be getting an advantage starting it all the time at 40.
I think so.
I don't think that's quite right. The official is probably going to work on that. So tight end left, single man in the backfield. Handoff goes to Calvin Condon. He'll go right to left. He'll go 5-hole. He'll spin his way across the marker. He'll pick up a first down. They take it out to the 44-yard line. Blue Devils first down.
Yeah, Evan Den on the tackle for the Panthers. But I tell you what, Calvin, first guy hit him, and he kind of rolled over his back and then rolled over Den's back as well for about another 5 yards after the hit.
So ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Nosed up. Blue Devil territory, 1st and 10. 10-13, clock moving. We're in the third quarter, 13-0, Blue Devils. Handoff, left to right. Again, it's Springer. Springer springs loose for about 4. They're going to give him 4 yards on the carry. And the ball's going to be spotted about the 48-yard line of Tipton. So it's going to be a second down and 6.
And that's Den as well on the tackle again, safety for the Panthers.
So Blue Devils getting the play. Distributed, the break huddle in unison. But to the line of scrimmage, you go trips left. Trips left, that's Garmin, Spidell, and Capshaw. They'll go trade tight end right to left. That's Ridgeway. Shotgun snap, Quintoll. You're going to pass in the flag quick. Again, it's to Dallas Capshaw. He's up the sideline. He's in Panther territory. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the Panther 35-yard line.
Yeah, just exactly the same play they did before for a long gainer, Mason Tedder on the tackle. But again, if they give them that all night long, I think the Blue Devils will feast on it.
So 35-yard line of Western. Blue Devils began this drive on their own 20. 65 yards thus far. Take that back. 45 yards thus far on this drive. Shotgun. Ridgeway, left side. Jaron Aller. We're going to work it back. They'll give it back to Springer, and Springer finds a hole. He takes the ball to the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, Mason Tedder. And again, big props to that offensive line, that undersized offensive line for the Blue Devils. Big hole for Slade, and you give Slade that big a hole, he's going to make something out of it. He's got good speed.
So Jaron Aller is in the ball game. Taking a breather is Dakota Garman. Jaron Aller, a freshman. Garman, a sophomore. A lot of plus side in the future for the Blue Devils. Shotgun. Quintal calling out some directions. Shotgun snap. Dropping a couple steps. Looking left side. Goes to the corner. Goes to the end zone. And it's caught. Dallas Capshaw. 5 yards deep. Quintal finds Capshaw. And what a pass. What a catch.
Great pass. Great touch by Quintal. And I think Dallas Capshaw is really appreciating his move back out to wide receiver right now. He's having fun tonight.
So Quintal with his third, he has 3 touchdown passes on the season, and that's the first to Dallas Capshaw. Dallas Capshaw's first touchdown reception. So Capshaw going to go back out. They're going to throw a flag in. Not sure what the flag is. It's going to be sideline violation. He throws a flag, but it's got to be a warning. It's got to be a warning. He throws the flag, but can't do it again. Blue Devils got to back up 6 feet behind the boundary line, and that's only rightfully so, because that line judge starts running. He trips over a foot, and it's not good.
Yeah, I think they were, trying to get Dallas Capshaw back on the field for the extra point. He was celebrating, and Coach Shear was out there on the field, and he's hard to miss. He's a big fella.
So the Blue Devils going to try the point after on the ground or in the air. They're going to go for 2. 8:32, clock stationary. Untimed down, we're going to give it to Quintal. Quintal not going to make it to the end zone. They'll get it to the 1, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Blue Devils take a 19-0 advantage. 8:32 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a, option there to hand the ball off. He probably, if he had that back, he probably would like to hand it off, but almost got in on his own accord.
So the Blue Devils are going to kick the ball away. And again, we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Dean's Auto Parts. Dean's Auto Parts, that's CarQuest Auto Parts. They're located at 1110 South Peru Street, Cicero, Indiana, 46034. They're at the south edge of Cicero, right there at Cicero Town Plaza. They are team members at CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero, and they are there to ensure you get the right parts the first time. You can reach them by phone at 317-984-4931. Again, their number is 317-984-4931. They are a locally owned automotive parts store that works to serve. That's Dean's Auto Parts, CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero. So Nathan Hawkins going to tee the ball up right there from the left hash, 40-yard line. 19-0 contest. Quite a bit of time left, Larry.
Yeah, it's only 8:32 left in the third, so a lot of time to play. But your Western's kind of scratching their heads a little bit right now.
So here comes the boot. Short kick. Elevation's good. Going to be low, and the Blue Devils picking up. Blue Devils land on the football at the Western 30-yard line, and there was no urgency to pick that ball up by Western.
Well, yeah, it looked like Cameron Hosenbach, number 28, was expecting someone else to get it, and nobody got it except the Blue Devils. So they're going to take over down on the 30 of Western.
So Tipton came to play today. Ball's at the 29-yard line from the right hash. Blue Devils back on offense. falling on a loose ball near the 30-yard line during the kickoff. So shotgun formation, Quintoll, Calvin Condon in the backfield. Slot left, slot right, pass play again in the flat, left side, Dallas Capshaw. There were 3 guys there. Here comes a late flag. Late flag thrown in. Not sure what that's going to be, but I would guess that flag is going to be against Western. There were 3 guys there. Dallas Capshaw made the catch. And they're talking about it right now. Line judge, might be the linebacker judge, and the umpire. He's going to let us know personal foul, face mask against Western. So that's a 15-yarder, Larry. And we're not inside the 20, so they'll mark that off in true fashion.
Yeah, that was Brady Comer coming up from a safety position, but must have got a piece of the face mask there.
He must have got a piece of it and didn't let go.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So no grazing of the face mask call. This is a personal foul. So they're going to mark it off from the 28-yard line. So they'll take it on in to the inside the 20 as they mark it off right there. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 from the Western Panther 13-yard line from the left hash. Calling the cadence. Line of scrimmage, Quintoll. He'll hand off left to right with the football. Calvin Condon inside the 10. And that line judge going to spot him at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Mason Tedder again on the tackle, and looked like there was a lot of room outside for Calvin, but he saw seam inside and took it.
So 2nd down 5, Blue Devils. Ball is at the 8-yard line, pretty much middle of the field. Quintoll, we call the cadence, stacks. 2 receivers, left side, it's Dallas Capshaw. And also Oliver Conaway. Going to hand off right to left, up the middle to the 5. And that was Calvin Condon. Condon right, Condon left. He gets to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to see a steady diet of Calvin Condon down here, although they've been going to him. Watch out for that fake and Quintoll taking it to the outside.
So play comes into the huddle. 7:27, clock moving. 3rd quarter, Blue Devils in front. 19-0 over the Panthers. Home game, first home game for the Blue Devils. They have 2 coming right up after this one. Next week, they'll be right here with Rensselaer Central. Handoff. Condon. He'll cut, jive, juke and jive. You get to the 2-yard line.
Once again, Calvin getting it in there. Looks like it might be a 1st down. Yeah.
So he gets inside the sticks. And he didn't have much room. Started this last set of downs at the 13 at 1st and 10. They get to the 2-yard line. Calvin Condon. It's going to be 1st and goal. 1st and goal, clock moving. 3rd quarter, 6:36. Ball's just right of the left hash. Straight behind Toll is Springer. He'll get the handoff. He'll dive it forward. He'll get in the end zone. Springer, 2 yards and a touchdown. Blue Devils go up 25-0. They'll try the point after.
Yeah, big Jack Roach at tackle and Nathan Hawkins at guard made a nice hole and got it in the end zone.
Springer, he's walking on air right now. Springer with a touchdown run. It's always good to get in the end zone. So 25-0. 6:25, clock stationary for the point after. An untimed down. They're going to go for 2 again. Quintoll going to line up in a shotgun. Trips to the left. Take the snap, direct snap. Going to go to Calvin Condon. He's going to drive, but he's not going to get there. Calvin Condon, I tell you what, he's a workhorse, but they're playing pretty good D right there in the middle.
Yeah, they are, and I think they tried that one time before. Blue Devils did with the Wildcat snap to the halfback, and didn't work any better the second time.
I tell you what, Larry, Class 3A rankings. Tell you what, if you want to go ahead and mention those.
Sure, you can get my flashlight here. It's getting a little dark up here. Number 1 is Evansville Memorial at 3-0. Gibson Southern, number 2, 3-0. Heritage Hills, number 3 at 2-1. Garin Catholic at 4, 3-0. Number 5, Batesville, 3-0. Number 6, Evansville Mater Dei, 3-0. 7, Tippecanoe Valley, 3-0. Number 8, West Lafayette, 2-1. Number 9 is Tri-West, 2-1. Number 10, actually tied for number 10, is Mississinawa at 3-0. Lawrenceburg at 2-1, and West Noble at 3-0. Number 13, Delta at 3-0. Tied for 14th, you've got Garrett at 3-0, and Knox at 1-2. They must have played some bigger schools there. Number 16, Fort Wayne Lures, 2-1. Number 17, Culver Academy, 3-0. Number 18, Lakeland, 3-0. Tied for number 19 is Heritage, 3-0, and they will be here. The Heritage Patriots will visit the Tipton Blue Devils on September 27th, 2 weeks away. Also, Mechaniqua, 2-0, tied at 19.
That's 3A. That's Western Panthers, also 3A. They get the kickoff. It's loose. She picked it back up. Good return there up the middle. Credit the carry. That was number 8, Brady Comer. Brady Comer, he's a senior. 5'10", 160. He loves the game of football. So the Blue Devils are going to play defense after this kickoff. 6:05. They've got the clock. They stopped the clock finally. They had the clock rolling a little bit.
Yeah, it did. So they'll take over at about the 36, maybe 36-yard line.
So Panthers break huddle to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Ball's in the middle of the field. Slot left, slot right. Single man in the backfield is McKittrick. Here comes near motion. Wethern, they're going to direct snap to McKittrick. McKittrick might have picked up one, but they're trying to use the Blue Devil play.
Yeah, Calvin Condit sniffed that one out. He's having a heck of a ball game on both sides of the field, as he always does. He's a heck of a ball player and has nose for the football.
So he picked up. They're going to call it 1. 2nd down, 9. Clock moving, 3rd quarter, 5:42. Blue Devils in front, 25-0 over the Panthers. They're going to line up in a slot right, slot left. Motion away is Comer. Going to take the hand snap. He'll go himself. Shoemaker will be caught at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's Condit.
Yeah, Calvin's everywhere tonight. And it looked like there was a big hole there in the middle. Somebody on the Blue Devils got tackled, but the rest didn't see it, I guess.
I tell you what, Calvin Condit, he is a ball of fire.
He sure is. And, he works hard in the weight room. He's, like I said, not a very tall guy, but he's very, very strong.
So brings up 3rd down, 9, and no game play there by Condit. Clock moving, under 5 minutes, 4:55 left, 3rd quarter. You line up in a shotgun. Shoemaker, Levi Shoemaker, junior class member, 6'4", 225. You call the snap cadence. You're going to roll left, looking to throw. Blocker out front, he'll tuck it away. He'll run himself. He'll get across the 40 to near the 42. He'll be about 4 yards shy of the first. And a Blue Devil over there, he's going to get up slowly. And we feared that. He's going to maybe a right arm, but he's going to walk off on his own. And Dad is going to meet him right there.
Yeah, that's Calvin Condit. And again, he came up hard and good tackle, but he's kind of hanging that right arm a little bit. Might have a stinger. Hopefully that's all it is.
So they're going to walk off the field there. Dad got his arm on his back. They're talking. His dad, what a quality guy his dad is.
Yeah, he's worked on my shoulder and my knee as well, so he knows what he's doing.
So shotgun, 4th and 3. Panthers, slot right, slot left from the left hash, dropping the throw is Shoemaker. Pass play, left side, couldn't get to it. Dallas Capshaw in there to knock it down.
Yeah, very well covered. Dallas broke on the ball, and, I know that he had safety. He knows that every ball in the air, he's got as much right to it as anybody else, and he sure went after that one.
So the Blue Devils going to take over on downs. Blue Devils going to have the ball at the Panther 41-yard line, the right hash. A signal into play. Quinn Toll looks at his wristband. He gets knuckles from Dallas Capshaw on the way in. That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah, they've got a pretty good relationship.
So they're in a first snap here. Clock stopped for change of possession. 4:23 left. I watched a middle school game this week. They did change of possession, the whole game like a varsity game. Never seen it before in a middle school game. Dropping the throw. Quinn Toll lets one go down the middle. Open is Mahaney. on Mahaney's back. They're not going to throw a flag. Mahaney was looking for a flag. Defense by Evan Den. He's back in the game. But I tell you what, McHaney, he's not so tall, but he was on his back.
Yeah, he was. He, that's the thing. We saw Twin Lakes. We saw 3 penalties on the Blue Devils because they never turned around and looked for it. At least that young man was trying to get the ball, played through him. But a lot of times you won't get that call if you're looking at the ball.
So Blue Devils, incomplete pass. It's 2nd and 10. They'll line up trips to the left, split out wide right. Shotgun, Toll. Pass play, left flat, Mahaney. Got blocking out in front. He get a positive gain. He'll take it out of bounds near the 32 of Western. And it's not quite going to be enough. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brady Comer on the stop there, but that play's been a very good play for the Blue Devils, whether that's Dallas Capshaw or Isaiah Mahaney catching that ball. So I think that's not the last you see of that play.
Justin Shear went right back to Mahaney, get his confidence back.
Absolutely.
So shotgun, Quinn Toll. Play went out of bounds. Clock stopped at 4:10. With it left is Capshaw. Trips to the right. Handoff. Springer. Springer goes right side. 4-hole. Takes it inside the 25. They're going to mark him just inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Nice blocking out there by Brady Henderson at guard and Grayson Witherow at tackle. A nice seam for the running back there.
So let's spot it right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Clock moving. 3:43 left. We're in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils in front. 25-0 over the Panthers. Shotgun. Quinn Toll dropping to throw. Looking left. Going to let one go to the corner again. To Capshaw. He's there. And it's a Memorex play. Quinn Toll to Dallas Capshaw. 25-yard pass play.
Again, an absolute dime by Quinn Toll. And Dallas Capshaw is just having a lot of fun tonight. I know he loves this, his buddy, a freshman quarterback, putting it out there for him to go get. And like I said, great looking play, exactly the same play as the last touchdown to Capshaw.
You're talking about Capshaw having fun. It seems like his tension has been released.
Yeah, he's had a lot on his shoulder the last 2 years, whenever you're a quarterback it is. And, Quinn's just out there chucking the ball around, having fun. And I know he loves having a receiver like Dallas.
So they're going to try this through the uprights again. They're going to try to boot this through. Brogan Ferg calls snap there. He put the boot through it, and it's going wide right. So Ferg just isn't following through. He needs to stare at that spot on the ball and nothing else.
Well, he's a soccer player, and he's not used to guys diving at the football. So, the Western's been getting good penetration, and I think he just kind of said, whoop, that one's going to get blocked if I kick it. So he just kind of shanked it off to the right.
So the Blue Devils are going to kick off once again. 31-0. Blue Devils in front. Say what, Tipton Blue Devils, you think back when they started playing in the Hoosier Conference, other than this year, they got the small school division and the big school division. Western's in the big school division, 791 enrollment. Tipton's in the small school, 454. But when they started playing in the Hoosier Conference, when they were both of them were in the East, Tipton started out, first 4 games, Tipton won all 4. Western has won the most 6 in a row.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have a Herculean effort right now to come back with this one.
So they're spotted at the 40-yard line, left hash. Nathan Hawkins, 6 yards deep, the bit soccer style. Right-footed kicker. Waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle. There's the approach. And there's the kick. He'll go up the middle with it. It'll bounce once. Off of Comer. Comer picks it up a second bounce. He'll bring it back up towards the middle of the field. Blue Devils will try to bring him down there. Looked like Dakota Garman was there.
Yeah, Dakota and Cole Hussey down there to make the stop. But once again, the ball got loose on him. And I don't know if that's, Nathan Hawkins is kicking that way on purpose or not, but it's worked out well for him so far.
So Amberton comes off the surface. He's on a kickoff team. He's having fun.
Yeah, he sure is. Zane's a very funny guy, good athlete, track guy as well. So yeah, it's good to see him out there.
So they break huddle. Western Panthers to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of Western. Slot right, slot left. Single man in the backfield is McKittrick. Motion away. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep. Trying to break contain. He will break contain. He'll be tackled out near the sideline there. And that was number 3, Kyler Norman, on the jet sweep. And the Blue Devils put a hit on him right now.
Yeah, well played by Isaiah Mahaney out there. Got up on him and made a nice tackle.
So it's going to be a gain of 8 on the jet sweep, right to left for Kyler Norman. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball's resting at the 37-yard line of Western. Double slot, right side. Split left. McKittrick in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Going to go straight to McKittrick. To go up the middle. McKittrick's going to get a pickup. He'll pick up the first down. He'll get it out to the 41-yard line. The Blue Devils will stop him.
And that was Dallas Capshaw from a safety position. Dallas is really invigorated tonight, making plays on both sides of the ball.
So Jaron All are going to jog off the field. And the Blue Devils are going to face a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Panthers. Clock moving, 2:20 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils in front, 31-0. First home game for the Blue Devils. We're going to line it up in a slot right, split left. Single man in the back goes McKittrick. Call McCaden's quarterback. Levi Shoemaker, pass play in the right side in the flat. It's going to be a bubble screen. And Norman going to get across the 45. He'll get it to the 47.
Yeah, that was Joe Vautaw and Brady Henderson on the stop for the Blue Devils.
So he'll take it to the 47 of Panther territory. 1:40 on the game clock. Clock is moving. Calling it 2nd down 5. So they break huddle in unison. Western Panthers. Western Panthers baseball. I tell you what, baseball, they are good. Keep an eye on the Panther baseball this spring. Coach Berryman. Going to be a direct snap again to McKittrick. McKittrick trying to find some move. Try to find some space. He'll go backwards. And he's going to lose about 7 yards trying to make it a positive gain. Trying to backpack and work away from the Blue Devils. Blue Devils pick him up.
And they're trying that quarterback lead snap to the halfback, and Dallas Capshaw came in with his hair on fire there. Didn't make the tackle, but looked like actually Zach Ridgway in at a defensive end. He and Cole Hussey, I believe, maybe Slade Springer made that tackle.
So Dakota Garman going to give Capshaw a play off. Capshaw getting a little breather. So double slot, right side, split left. Single man in the back, go McKittrick. Dropping the throw out of the shotgun, going to roll right. Is Shoemaker looking? He'll throw the pass. Flag comes in. Catch wasn't made. Comer trying to make a good catch about midfield. And a flag on the play. And the line judge, West line judge, talking it over with the umpire. And we'll find out right here. So they're going to say, you're going to give us a signal here. He's talking to Coach Toll right now before a signal. Ineligible man downfield. It's declined by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and that too bad Dakota Garment had his hands on that ball, almost picked it off for a turnover, but it looks like we're going to get the turnover anyway on a punt here on 4th and about 13.
So punting unit is going to enter the field for Western. Again, it's going to be McKittrick. Number 21, who's tailback, plays linebacker. Matthew McKittrick, 5'11", 195, just a junior. So he'll be back. Calling for the cadence. Calling for the snap. McKittrick, good snap. He'll boot it out of there. Line drive, going to be a good distance of a punt. Going to let it roll is Mahaney. It's going to roll inside the 20, near the 18-yard line. And that's going to be a 53-yard total punt, and that's from scrimmage.
Yeah, again, that was, Isaiah took a look at that thing skittering on the ground and said, nah, I think I'll let that one go.
That's going to help his average tremendously. I tell you what, you can get an average about 48 yards. So you get in the NFL if you can do that.
Well, yeah, but that one was about 2/3 roll, I think.
I tell you what, when you look at the paper, though, you don't see that it rolled.
No, it all looks the same in black and white, doesn't it?
So the Blue Devils going to take over. They're at their own 18-yard line. It's nosed up, right hash. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, single man in the backfield is Springer. So they're going to line up slot left. In the slot is Isaiah Mahaney. Split out wide left is Joe Klauser, number 81. They'll line up in the slot right side. In the slot right side is Dallas Capshaw. Dakota Garment split out wide right. They go motion. Capshaw, right to left. They go to flat. You pick up the pass, so catch it in stride to get out to the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up 7, almost 8 yards. Pretty good pass in stride. Hit him on the numbers.
Yeah, he sure did. And that was kind of a late hit there flying in for the Western Panthers, but they got away with it.
So that's going to empty out the third quarter. Blue Devils 31, Western 0. Blue Devils in the midst of a drive. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. When we come back and they invert the field, it'll be at the 26-yard line. The Blue Devils will be traveling from the north to the south. And the Blue Devils, I tell you what, next week, they'll have to go against a good coach, Mr. Chris Meeks. Chris Meeks is in his 26th year at Rensselaer Central, and he went to school there.
Well, you always like those guys that are, working at their alma mater, like Coach Toll. I think you get a little something, in the blood there percolating, and when they're coaching their own, the guys in their own uniforms they used to play for.
So, well, Larry, I was watching Rensselaer and Central Catholic back when Jackson Anthrop was a senior. He went to Purdue. He's already graduated Purdue. But I was there. Rensselaer Central ended up winning. At halftime, I went to Pizza Hut. I had some headphones. I put them on, and I didn't go back to the game because it was sub-zero.
Wow. Yeah, that's Indiana high school football weather. You bake, a couple weeks ago it was 88 degrees, and tonight's just nice. But by the end of the year, I'm sure we won't be sitting here in shorts, that's for sure.
I believe it. Yeah, that was darn cold. Coldest high school football game I've ever been to. I've been to a colder baseball game up near Chicago. The shotgun formation. Quinn Toll. They're going to call flag. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Let's see who it is. Oh, it's going to be encroachment against Western. So Western lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, that's, there's a big brown thing with white stripes on it called a football, and you'd think they'd be able to see that, yeah.
Turf field, truest stripes you could find. But you see that happening. You see split ends and stepping across the line of scrimmage, and they ask for help.
Yeah, but I think that was a defensive lineman who's only about 3 feet from the ball.
So shotgun. Colin McCabe's going to take the snap. Quinn Toll, right side pass to Mahaney. A little bit tall, had to turn around to make the catch. Couldn't make the catch. Difficult pass to catch. And I think Quinn Toll, he knows that it was his effort.
Yeah, he, like I said, he's been pretty sharp all night, but that one got away from him just a little bit.
Quinn Toll entered this ball game. Pretty good reception ratio. Quinn Toll, so look up here. He had 2 touchdowns entering the game. He's got 2 more tonight. And he's got a 64% catch ratio for passes caught versus thrown. He might be doing better than that tonight.
I think he probably is.
So shotgun, Quinn Toll takes a snap. Looking right, they'll try it again, this time to Capshaw. Capshaw took his eyes off the ball right before trying to catch it. He was looking ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure he, he's got some really good gains on that little bubble screen there. And so he was thinking in his mind how many yards he was going to get off that one.
If he was worried about footsteps, when he sees the game film, he's going to see that there was nobody in front of him.
Yeah. Well, you see that even in the NFL from time to time. Guys get antsy. They want to run and make those big yards off the catch. And, you see it at every level.
So they'll line up again. 3rd down 10 after 2 incomplete passes. They'll line up slot. The split left is Capshaw. They're coming after Quinn Toll. Out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it across the middle. Catch is made. Dallas Capshaw, just about like the hands I saw Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think the Blue Devils have found a combination here that's going to work well for them for the rest of the year if both those guys stay healthy. You know, Quinn's looking for Dallas. Dallas being a ex-quarterback himself, he knows how to get open, how to sit down and give the quarterback, you know, present him a good target for his passes. So they're working well tonight.
So they're spotted at the 46 Tipton. On a 14-yard gain on the pass reception, it was 3rd and 10. So 1st and 10 here, the handoff, left to right. Going to get out near midfield to the 49-yard line. Going to pick up 3 on the carry. And that was new ball carrier. That was 33. Zane Durham, freshman athlete, gets in the ball game, 6 foot, 165. Durham.
Yeah, he's a heck of a running back, very shifty, has worked on his speed, and his dad, Shad, has moved up here, coached with me last year to middle school, moved up to the high school this year.
Shotgun. Shotgun snap taken by Quinton. He'll look and throw right side, and that's Joe Clouser. Joe Clouser getting his feet wet, and I'm so glad for him.
Yeah, Joey, you know, he had a back problem if you, you know, last year, I believe, but he's, you know, again, a track guy, very fast. Again, he's a guy that coached him in track as well, and he just never gets tired. He can go, he's an energizer buddy. He can go all day long.
So ball's at the 42-yard line with Panthers territory. Shotgun, Quinton. Looking for an extra signal from the sideline. Nothing happening. Single man in the backfield. Durham, pass play, left side. Dallas Capshaw, blocked out in front. They're going to call flag on 81, Joe Clouser. Joe Clouser tried to get his hands off, but they're going to call illegal hands. It's going to be a 10-yard mark off for a hold out there on Clouser.
Yeah, it looked like he got a hold of him a little bit, and so that will be coming back.
So Joe knew it. He tried to get his hands off quickly. So illegal use of hands, essentially that's a holding penalty. So they'll back it up 10, and they're going to back it up from the 46. So they'll take it to the Blue Devil 44-yard line, and they'll have first down again.
Yeah, it looks like he actually got him in the back. They called you know, illegal block in the back, so they'll march that one off.
So they'll back it up. They're actually going to take it back to the 48. So not quite a 10-yard mark off from the point of the infraction. So they'll line it up once again. Blue Devils, 1st and 25. 9:44 left here in the 4th quarter. Calling the cadence. Quinton, he'll hand off. Single man in the backfield. You get to midfield. You're going to get just across midfield. And it's going to be Springer, Slade Springer, the ball carrier.
Big number 74, Carson Vea on the tackle for the Panthers.
He is a pretty big guy.
Yeah, he's about 6'1", but 250. He's kind of built like a refrigerator.
They got some big guys, that's for sure. As you mentioned, that front line before the game. So trips to the right for the Blue Devils. Split out wide left, single man in the backfield. Calling the cadence, Quinton takes a snap. He's going to drop, throw one step. Throw it left side, completes. Works it out there, gets it to Oliver Conaway. Conaway going to get good spot there after he'll get the spot he caught the ball in. And then a good play. It's going to take the ball to the 43-yard line of Western.
Yeah, new into the game, Blair Merriweather, number 5 for the Panthers on the tackle.
So forward progress was good. Oliver Conaway can come back to the sideline. He might have a little something in his eye. They'll wash it out with that Gatorade bottle. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, a lot of those that little black rubber things can get in your eye pretty easy.
Got that eye black on. Eye black is probably helpful in lights like they have here. So shotgun formation. Sing him in the backfield. Slade Springer dropping a throw. Out of shotgun. Pass play. Deep throw. Right side. Didn't get turned around in time. It was a spot pass. And Dakota Garman is a little bit disappointed he didn't look up a little quicker. But Dakota Garman, I tell you what, you can't blame him for much.
No, he's had a pretty good game as well. But, yeah, just a little off with that pass. But I think Dakota, wishes he had turned a little sooner. He's a good athlete. He could have made a play on that ball.
Tell you what, sophomore, 6'2". Dakota Garman. 170. So they'll back up in punt formation. Nathan Hawkins going to stand at their own 44. Low snap. It's not a good one. He's going to be caught back there about where he tried to catch it. Snap wasn't good. First bad snap of the evening. And Western's going to start in Blue Devil territory at the Blue Devil 44.
Yeah, not many times do I say that was a great play when you don't get a punt off, but Nathan Hawkins made an incredible play there, reached out with his hand, kind of tapped it to himself and, got tackled, but it could have been much, much worse.
So 8:06 fourth quarter. Zach Ridgway enters the defensive huddle. Linebacker, left side, outside linebacker. Zach Ridgway. They're going to send out a slot right. Slot left, short alongside the field. There comes near motion. They're going to give it to Kyler Norman. Looking for an opening. He'll cut it up. He'll get inside the 40, near the 39, and he'll get a good gain. He's going to pick up about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
I tell you, Isaiah Mahaney made the tackle, but Slade Springer probably made the play. He kept fighting, made that guy go further outside than he wanted to, and Isaiah made the tackle.
So ball spotted just inside the Blue Devil 39-yard line. From the left hash, 7:32, clock moving. Fourth quarter, Blue Devils in front, 31-0. Slot right, slot left, going to take the snap. Shoemaker, he'll dive it forward himself. He'll go 4-hole. He'll get what he can. He's close to a first down. They're probably up. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, Joe Valton on the tackle, but I know Zach Ridgway would like to have a shot at that one again. He met him right at the line of scrimmage. Zach in now playing defensive end, and the guy just slipped through his grasp there.
The ball spotted at the 34-yard line of Tipton. 7 minutes, fourth quarter, clock is moving. 1st and 10, Panthers just inside the left hash. They'll split out, split in. Left side. I think that's secret. We double check. Trips to the right. Shotgun snap. Shoemaker. Going to roll right. Looking to throw. He's going to be caught in the backfield. 2 flags come in unison. And I'll say 3 flags on the play. Split out wide left. That was 16 Shane Paulison. And they're gonna let us know what this is going to be, Larry. 3 flags in unison, probably representing the same penalty. And we're going to find out right here. It's going to be a face mask, looks like. Personal foul, face mask, Tipton. They'll give them 15 additionally.
Yeah, Zach Ridgway came up and really made a good play, but must have got a piece of that face mask.
So they'll work right there on the sideline. And Quinn Toll and Dallas Capshaw greeting each other right there on the sideline. He was standing pretty close to Grandpa Toll for a moment.
Yeah, he sure was.
So shotgun formation. Levi Shoemaker. 2 in the backfield. Blocking back behind the tackle, left side. Going to line up slot right. Taking the ball himself is Levi Shoemaker. He's inside the 20. He's down about near the 18-yard line, out in the middle of the field. Clock still moving. A 6:23, and it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Slade Springer, Dakota Garman, and looked like Cole Hussey combined on that tackle.
So they spot the ball at the 18, 2nd and 5. Panthers trying to put the ball in the end zone. You know they are, and that would be a good thing for them.
Yeah, they sure want to get on the board here.
So they're in the huddle. 5:55, clock moving. To the line of scrimmage, shotgun quarterback Levi Shoemaker. They're going to line up with a deep back and a blocking back right side, and that is Mason Tedder. They're going to hand off. Deep back, they go inside the 10. So he's going to get a first down. It's going to become 1st and goal from the 9. Clock moving, 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, again, a well-blocked play by the Panthers. And Tedder got through the line very quickly, and Dakota Garman saved a touchdown.
So they're going to call timeout. Blue Devils going to call timeout. Blue Devils going to try to keep this a shutout.
Yeah, you got to stand as an old defensive guy. You know, I always like to see that big goose egg on the board, but the Blue Devils all-around defense, offense played very well tonight. I'm sure Coach Toll is pleased with what he's seen so far.
So timeout, Blue Devils. They're getting some water So what, Larry? I'm not sure. You might know. The gentleman right there, the shorter gentleman distributing the water. Okay, you see the shorter guy. He's okay, right in front of Coach. You'll see him in a minute. You probably know who he is. He's a freshman. Help me here if you can.
Yeah, I recognize him. I'm not sure of his name. He was not a manager for us in middle school, but yeah, I'm familiar with him, but I just can't bring up his name.
He is one of the best young men I've seen. He was out of practice probably last week, and he was snapping the ball to the quarterback. He was trying to get it down. He was working on it, but they were helping him.
Yeah, well, it's great to have a manager like that that's, so involved with the team. And, that's, like I said, I'm sure he's enjoying himself. And I know they're like having him around. So it looks like the Panthers are going to be setting up here. First down from right inside the 10-yard line. Got two men to the left, one man to the right, single back going up the middle. And powering close to the end zone, but we'll go down at about the 4.
He gets to the 4. I found out his name is Caden Wagner.
Okay. Yeah.
Caden Wagner. That guy is a blessing, I'm sure.
Yeah, I do know Caden. He is a good kid. I know him quite well now that I got the name.
What a guy. So ball's at the 5-yard line. They spot it there. And they'll go from the left hash. So slot left, split right. We'll line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield, he'll get the handoff. Up the middle, he'll try to get in, and he will. Touchdown, straight up the middle. That was Cameron Hobensack, senior running back, 5'11", 185. He looked like he was not going to be denied.
Yeah, he was running downhill hard, and, Blue Devils just couldn't get him till he got in the blue.
So Blue Devils give up a score. It's 31-6. Western Panthers are going to try the 1-point kick conversion that we know of. We'll see if they have a fake in their back pocket. So here comes Bridgely Secrete, number 15. He's a senior. Here comes the boot. The hold is good. The hold was low. It was not a good snap, but the hold was great. The kick is good.
Yeah, he really did do a nice job, the holder, picking that off the turf there and getting it down in time for his kicker to boot it through.
Tell you what, Larry, got more football coming up this weekend. I tell you what, those Indianapolis Colts, they lost their first one, but they're going to be at Green Bay on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Packers have this year. I haven't been following them too closely. So hopefully the Colts can come back home with a victory.
Packers are going to have to go with their second-string quarterback. Jordan Love got hurt. He's not going to play Sunday. And I've heard today that Green Bay is going to go out and find another quarterback because they're not so sure about their second stringer.
I don't even know who the second stringer is, but in the NFL, yeah, that's you can never have enough quarterbacks, and so we'll see what they come up with.
I caught a little bit about the Green Bay game. When Jordan Love got hurt, that was their second to the last play of the game. The backup came in. He's all warmed up with his arm, and he got sacked.
Wow. That's too bad, again, to lose a quarterback that early. Hopefully for the Packers, it's not a long-term injury.
And what Anthony Richardson, man, he's a man.
He is that, but, guy that runs the ball that much sometimes doesn't have a long life in the NFL.
We'll see. I'm thinking the same thing. So here comes the boot. Bridgely Secrete. Right down the middle. It's going to bounce. It's going to go in the end zone. Mahaney elected not to touch it. It goes in the end zone, and that's not a bad thing.
No, that didn't get up too high in the air, maybe 20 feet, but he, he's a weapon. Anytime he can kick it in there consistently, like I said, and keep a team from running the ball back, that's a good thing.
So 4:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Dakota Garman going to work his way over, get him some water as he shakes hands with Dallas Capshaw. They both get some water on the sideline. So we're going to go with trips to the right side for the Blue Devils. Quinn Toll going to call the cadence. Single man in the backfield. Slade Springer split out wide left. Snap, he'll give it to Springer, fake it to Springer. Quinn Toll keeps it himself. He's nearly bottled up in the backfield, a little bit lengthier loss, but he will have a loss on the play. But I tell you what, Quinn Toll made the best of a bad situation.
And that was number 53, Isaiah Baker, inside linebacker on the stop from the for the Panthers. Haven't called Isaiah's name too many times tonight.
So Blue Devils lose 4 on the play. Second down 14, 4:15 clock moving, fourth quarter. Blue Devils with the football, ahead in the ball game, 31-7 over the Panthers. So they'll line up in a slot right. Trips to the right, split out wide left. Single man in the backfield. On the cadence, Quinn Toll. Pass play, left side. Tipped. Off the hands, nearly got it. That was Conaway. And defensive back right there. I don't know who that was, but he nearly got the pick on the carom.
Yeah, he one of the Panthers got their hand on it early, and that thing shot up in the air, and was anybody's ball from there on out.
So third down 14. Ridgeway enters the huddle. Springer enters the huddle. They break in unison. 3:49 on the game clock. We're in the fourth quarter. We're at Tipton High School. Fourth game of the season. We line up in a shotgun, Quinn Toll. Springer in the backfield. It's going to be a timeout called by Tipton. Tipton had an alignment problem. They were working with different personnel and didn't know where to line up.
I had Zane Emberton out here, number 10, at the wide man on the trips, and looked like Landon Spidell and Joe Klauser maybe out there lined up on the trips on the offensive right side.
So they had a timeout. They used it. Pretty easy to use a timeout at 31-7.
Yeah, that's that's a nice little cushion there to be with 3:49 left in the game. Take a timeout and talk it over.
So what the the Blue Devil cheerleaders, they working tough. I tell you what, they work hard, don't they?
Yeah, I had all the little youth football league cheerleaders out tonight, so I know that's a big night for them, getting to line up with some girls that they they envy and hope to be one day in their shoes. So great night.
So they double whistle, the officials. They want the guys to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is over. 3:49 on the game clock. Trips to the right for the Blue Devils. Up on the line of scrimmage is Landon Spidell, Oliver Conaway, and Joe Klauser. Shotgun. I'm going to call flag here. Throw a flag from the east line judge. And somebody's in the neutral zone. He's given a signal. His signal would lead you to believe it was Western. Let's see here. It is. No, they're going to call Tipton in the neutral zone. So I would have thought that would have been the Kumbaya signal.
Yeah, one would think, but we'll see what happens next.
So they back it up 5 yards. Blue Devils, 3rd and 19 from the 16 of Tipton. So they just want to try to get a good position here to get a good punt off, I'm sure. Dropping the throw. He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit at the 2. Forward progress. Quinn Toll gets right back up. He's okay. They're spotted at the 3, and the Blue Devils are going to have to punt it from the back line of the end zone.
Now, Quinn didn't have anybody short. He had all 3 guys going long, and that takes some time to get down the field, and just didn't have enough time to launch it.
So the Blue Devils send out Nathan Hawkins. He's going to stand a couple of yards inside the back of the end zone, the north end of the field. He has a scoreboard to his back. So play clock is at 15. Game clock is at 3:17. It's moving. Blue Devils taking some time right here off the clock. Let's see if they're going to not snap it and maybe take another timeout. We'll see. I believe they will. So the Blue Devils take a timeout. They'll talk this over, but they're in a danger zone. I don't know how Hamilton Heights scored their 2 points against McCutcheon, but it could have been something like this.
Well, and you've kind of talked about that in some earlier broadcasts this year, that once you're down that, if you've got a lead, it's not a bad choice to just step out the back of the end zone and give them 2 and have a free kick. So that might be what the Blue Devils are talking about right here.
I like that a lot, Larry. You probably be doing that tomorrow. I don't know. Will you be in a good situation tomorrow during the game?
I think we will. Yeah. We're playing one single game because TC doesn't, have enough players to have a 7th and 8th grade team. So, we've got some pretty good 7th grade players as well. So I think we'll be all right. But I think if anybody likes this call, if it is the step out, it's probably Nathan Hawkins. Not going to have guys breathing down his throat. So we'll see what they do.
So Panthers are out on the field. They're going to send a deep man at the 40-yard line of Tipton's 40. And out there, the deep man is Casson Messner. He's a freshman. He's listed as a quarterback and a defensive back. He's 5'10", 165. Where's number 1? He looks like he has some wheels. He's a freshman. So back near the back of the end zone is Nathan Hawkins. He'll look for the snap. Snap from Hussey. They'll take the snap and he'll kick it. He'll punt it out of there. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce freely at the 32 and then the 35. And Nathan Hawkins is going to get a good punt out to the 43-yard line. So a 41-yard punt.
Yeah, I think good punt by Nathan. I think he can exhale now.
Definitely. I tell you what, I was like you. I was thinking they'd probably step out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure Nathan was thinking he might have been lobbying for that. Who knows? But he's a tough kid. He's a competitor. Going both ways now, and he's one of the great players in that class that we had, and always enjoyed seeing Nathan play.
So the Panthers take over at the Blue Devil 43-yard line. They break huddle in unison. 2:48 left in the fourth quarter. The clock will start on the snap. Shotgun snap taken. Hands off. Up the middle to the 40. Ball carrier was Cameron Hobensack. He's going to pick up 3. It's going to be 2nd down, 7.
Looked like Nathan Hawkins and Grayson Witherell on the stop for the Blue Devils.
So ball spotted at the 40-yard line, pretty close to the middle of the field. The ball's at the Blue Devil 40. And they break huddle right there. I'm calling the huddle right there now for the Blue Devils is 56, Brady Henderson. So 2:12 on the game clock. Panthers to the line of scrimmage. They're going to set up with 2 receivers to the left in a slot. Split out wide right. Single man in the backfield. Snap taken. Hands off. Single man in the backfield goes forward. He'll take it to the 43. That's going to be the 38. And it's going to be a positive gain. He's still going to be about 5 yards shy. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Brady Henderson and Joseph Baltaw on the tackle there for the Blue Devils.
So from the 40, it's going to be 38-yard line. 3rd down. They're calling it 4 on the clock, on the scoreboard. More like 3rd and 5. Clock moving, 1.5 minutes left. 90 seconds, 4th quarter. Blue Devils in front, 31-7 over the Western Panthers. So to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up and slide again. Left side, Comer in Kyler Norman. Split out wide right. Shotgun, Levi Shoemaker. Hands off to the back in the backfield. New ball carrier in the ball game for Western. That's number 12, Daniel Owsley. He's a freshman. He's listed as a wide receiver. He carried the ball as a tailback. He's 5'10", 165.
Well, perfect form tackle by Brady Henderson. Hit him right in the numbers, wrapped his legs up, picked him up, and dumped him. Great play by Brady.
So about a half yard on the gain for Owsley. It's going to be 4th and 4. Clock moving, 38 seconds. Play clock is at 24. They'll have to snap it. 12 seconds offset the play clock and the game clock. This will likely be the final play of the game. And as long as there's no defensive penalty or an incomplete pass. Taking the shotgun snap. Shoemaker lost the ball. Fumble. Ball's on the surface. He fell back on it. He got a fortunate bounce. 13.2 left. Blue Devils get the ball back on downs. They'll do 1 kneel down.
Yeah, fantastic victory for the Blue Devils coming off a game that Coach Stoll said, one kind of escaped them last week at Twin Lakes. And they showed that they wanted it tonight. Great win for the Blue Devils.
So Blue Devils going to have to snap it one time. They'll go under center, I'm pretty sure. Quinn Toll started the game. He'll finish the game. He'll go under center. I believe so. He'll take a kneel down with 13.2. Tony Dungy calls this the victory formation. So he'll take the snap, take a kneel down. He'll lose a yard in his rushing efforts. The Blue Devils will let the clock run out. The final score tonight, Tipton Blue Devils 31, Western Panthers 7, and I'm sure the Blue Devils are happy.
Yeah, they sure are. Like I said, I'm sure if you told Coach Troll he'd come out with this kind of victory, he'd be more than pleased. So I know they're going to have a good week of practice next week. Get ready to do it again next week.
Got to mention again, Larry, you're going to have a get-together tomorrow. 5 o'clock, the gates will open. 7 o'clock ball game, and you're doing this for a very special reason.
Yeah, again, Coach Kyle Degler unfortunately passed away unexpectedly earlier this summer. That's why I'm a head coach at this point, but just a great man. And so we're doing, Kyle was a graduate of Tri-Central High School and a longtime coach here and teacher, English teacher at Tipton Middle School. So we're going to start this Degler Memorial Bucket game, as we call it. The trophy is going to be a replica of the old Oaken bucket. And so hopefully this game will go back and forth between Tri-Central Middle School and Tipton Middle School. But again, all proceeds tomorrow from the game and the festivities to start it off will go to the Degler Children's College Fund, as well as a Degler Memorial College Fund that has been established for a graduating senior from both Tipton High School and Tri-Central High School for years to come. So everybody please show up. 5 o'clock, there'll be food trucks, there'll be bounce houses for the kids, all kinds of drawings and raffles, and just something for everybody in the family. So please come out, support the Blue Devils and the Trojans middle school football, and celebrate the legacy of Kyle Degler.
Hey, Larry, I looked out there. I saw Coach Toll giving a big hug. I believe it was Tyler Nepley. He's an assistant coach. He might be calling the plays. I don't know. But Tyler Nepley, as a Western Panther, played shortstop, played in the All-Star game, played quarterback. I believe he played in the All-Star game. Tyler Nepley, what a quality individual, and giving his time back to the Western Panthers.
Well, that's what you like to see. Again, coming back to your alma mater is always a great thing. And just want to give a shout out to one of our good friends, Caleb Small, taking his high-powered offense up to Northwestern this year. And they are currently leading Lewis Cass 61-41. So a lot of offense in that game, not a whole lot of defense, whichever way you look at it. But Caleb's going to be a good coach for a long time, and just want to wish him the most success.
He's got a tremendous offensive mind.
He sure does. You know, he was kind of the offensive mind of the Ben Davis a big school championship of last year and a couple years before. And so he's bringing that bit of knowledge up to Northwestern. I'm sure they're glad to have him.
It's pretty overdue.
Yeah, they are. I think they haven't had 4 wins if they pull this one off tonight in many a year. And so maybe that total for the last 2 or 3 years. So I'm sure they're, quite pleased up there. And like I said, I worked up there for a little while with him, and 6 o'clock in the morning, had those guys in the weight room religiously, and just preaching, commitment, and they're bought in up there.
I will go ahead and mention next week, Larry, Tipton Blue Devils are going to be here with the Rensselaer Central Bombers, and they're going to start that one at 7:30. So that'll be a 7:30 start right here on the synthetic field turf, which Rensselaer plays on grass. I don't know if that meant anything tonight.
I don't know, but it sure meant something last year when we were up there. It rained like cats and dogs, and it was just a slash fest, I guess. Water everywhere, and hard to call that game with glass in front of us looking through the raindrops. So I think both teams will like to have a nice solid footing game.
And we'll also mention that the Western Panthers next week will be at Hamilton Heights. So that'll be a conference game, big school conference. Hoosier Conference Hamilton Heights and Western. Hamilton Heights went tonight with no wins. Let's see what they did after a bit.
Yeah. Well, like I said, both those teams are not used to starting that way on a football program. So we'll see what happens next week between those two teams.
So we're gonna bow out of here. We do appreciate Coley. Coley was a great guy. He talked with us. He kept the film for Western. And what a beautiful vantage point we have here, Larry. We are blessed. We're going to bow out of here, no matter if you're home or away. If you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. I'll see you back. I'll see you back. We be there filming. We don't film our basketball. I'll tell them you say it. Play. All right. Yeah.